Hey, I guess we are fucking live, motherfuckers. How's everybody doing this morning? This is Grampy Lobster with a special edition of Wake and Bake because today, motherfuckers, we've got brownies. Okay, I've already had one. Okay, I've had a half of this, but I wanted to show you. This is some quality fucking shit, man. You know, uh, the guy who baked these, right? Is a bakery chef at a major fucking casino, right? Um, and apparently, in the state of Connecticut, these would cost like $15 pop, right? And I got more, right? I mean, and fuck, man, they're good. They're peanut butter and chocolate, you know. And let me tell you, right? I love me some fucking edibles. Hey, how you doing? Hey, all right, thanks, Bozo. I love edibles, right? But when edibles, some of the candies kind of, and you gotta eat a whole bunch of those candies to, really get fucking going and shit, right? But one of these fucking brownies, right? It's a beautiful fucking thing. It really is, right? And I've already eaten. Well, I ate about half of this. Well, I've had quite a few brownies in the last few fucking days. It's a beautiful fucking thing, you know. And went down to Cumberland Farms this morning. Any size coffee. You make your own coffee. Any size coffee. This is a large hot coffee, but they've got the iced coffee too, and the size is much bigger because we like iced coffee out here and shit. It's caffeine in it. It's what we drink. But lots of different flavors. You make your own, right? But the whole thing is any size, 99 cents all the fucking time. And it's not quite Dunkin' Donuts because what is, you know? But it's good coffee. You just got to get out of your car and you pay. It's 99 cents with tax. It's like $1.02 or $1.06 or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. I just do the debit card thing. But anyway, but what makes that so fucking spectacular, you know, you know, when I first came to Rhode Island, David Hasselhoff was pushing. They had these David Hasselhoff commercials for Cumberland Farms coffee, and I thought the 99 cent special was just this thing. It's when they first came out with it, right? But they had David Hasselhoff things, posters, and those cardboard cutouts all over the fucking place, right? I used to call it Hoff Coffee when I first came out here. David Hasselhoff was Cumberland Farms coffee. And they used to have a problem. People were stealing these cardboard cutouts and these posters that the stores would put out and everything. And it got to be quite fun for a while. But it seems now, I saw this the other day and I'm like, you glad that legends have the ability to earn money later in life, right? Excuse me, I've got this cold. When don't I have a cold? It's all that pot that you smoke, lobster. I swear to God, that's why you're crazy too. You all that fucking drugs and stuff. I'm wearing my jacket this morning. I taped this Motorhead thing on the front because I doxed myself enough, right? And it's not like everybody doesn't know who I am, but I figured, why fucking promote it? But anyway, yeah, I'm not wearing a shirt today because my shoulders fucking hurt bad, right? I'm physically just fucked right now when it comes to pain, and that's why baked goods coming to. So I just put on a jacket this morning and had some help with my boots. And anyway, I've got to go back to the doctor today, and it's going to be fun. But first, I just felt, I just wanted to talk to everybody here and have a good time. There's what, 3 people watching. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much. We're having some baked goods. We're having a good time. Oh, but anyway, I'm watching this commercial for Cumberland Farms, right? And it's big stuff out here. It's like some places have Turkey Hill, some have these places. um, regional, you know, convenience stores with gas stations. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're all over the place. Different, you know. Used to be the AM PM store. You know, the Circle K. You know, that's big still in some areas. But I'm not surprised that you had an Elvira cardboard cutout. I've tried to explain bozo to people what actual limited knowledge I have, showing my cleavage. You know, I'm serious. I just putting on a shirt right now. It's just really it hurts. But I just don't want you to see my breasts, and somebody get the idea that I'm some sort of slut or something like that. You know, because you know, I just don't go around showing my man boobs to everybody. You know what I mean? You got to pay me. Anyway, turns out Ric Flair is doing commercials for Cumberland Farms Coffee, and it just shocked the fuck out of me, right? Because they've got him in this pink robe with the feathers and stuff like that, but he's old Ric Flair, right? And he's balding, and he's got this hair combed back and stuff, and he's just doing this woo 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 woo, and he's become a sad parody of himself, you know, um, for what the woo used to mean. You know what I'm saying? If you're a wrestling fan, you know, if you're not, then it's just some old crazy guy in a fucking pink robe with feathers going woo woo woo. So yeah, but I mean, but who doesn't know who Ric Flair is? You know, it's just sad. It's funny, but it's like sad if you look at it. You know, because you know I saw Ric Flair at the Baltimore Arena. I don't know how many fucking times I saw him in North Carolina at the Dorton Arena in Raleigh, outside of Raleigh, Mid South. Even saw some old world class stuff when I was in Oklahoma. I mean, I saw a lot when Ric Flair was Ric Flair, right? Cage matches against, I think, literally every Von Erich there was. You know, so to see him, you know, to remember Ric Flair then, right, and see him now. I mean, he lived the lifestyle, you know, and he's paying for it now, you know, and I guess you got to do, yeah. I mean, you got to do what you can. You know, if you can make money, if you can do things, you know, fuck yeah. You know, if somebody wants to pay him a whole shit ton of money, which is actually a shit ton is an actual weight, right? It's actually based on a real weight system. You know, if you don't believe that, Google it. But anyway, apparently I've got 4 people watching right now. You know, I watching a lot of it. You know, I showed the other day. Excuse me. I mean, I'm gonna before I get started with the meat and potatoes. You know, as some people would say, I'm gonna finish eating this brownie because first of all, yum, right? And second of all, I do apologize here for eating and chewing, but this is part of the show. I'm showing my tits again. Um, I'm wasting time because I'm trying to pull something up on my screen. I don't have OBS yet. I mean, I kind of do, but I'm too stupid to figure it out yet. So please bear with me. Hold on. Okay, now I'm pretty sure there's like no brown shit on my teeth or something. Look at Lobster. He's got shit all over his mouth and on his teeth. He's eating fucking brownies. And those brownies are going to really start kicking. So we're going to have a lot of fucking fun. But I saw something that, somebody sent me this the other night, right? So I get, people send me things, about Von Helton, about other things they think are funny. And I actually include some of the clips people send me or some of the things in video montages or whatever the fuck you want to call them. And I take literal no credit for owning anything. And I've never claimed to, own anything and stuff. I do it for my own entertainment. I don't make money and things like that. And I'm not the lobster in the suit dancing or anything. I just see things or people send me things. But, like I said, I get sent things a lot. Hey, lobster, this guy's a real idiot, or this guy's a clown, ha ha. Or, people have sent me things saying, yeah, I make fun of this guy, but this guy's a little bit, probably can't help it. He's not he's a little bit special, but he's harmless type kind of guy. Just the ones that you're like, oh, that guy's a fucking weirdo, right? But he's not harming anybody. He's not saying anything stupid. It's like almost literally, you feel like you're making fun of the retarded kid at school, right, or the handicapped kid, whatever, and so it's almost like, I mean, punching the blind kid, or some shit, or tripping the blind. It's that fucking easy, and it's some of us actually do have some ethics and morals when it comes to who we fuck with, right? We might find it funny seeing things like that, but not necessarily. We also deserve it of just being made fun of, right? Anyway, those brownies gave me the bips. Serious, 99 cents, and they've got different fucking flavors. They've got bold, they've got decaffeinated, which I don't understand why people drink decaffeinated coffee. If you're reduced to decaffeinated coffee, you need to change your fucking choice of beverage, right? But anyway, no, they've got bold, extra bold, French roast. I mean, all these things you pour them yourself, and you put the sugar in and the different flavors. They've even got these little things that are like extra shots of like caffeine or espresso or some shit. And when it's really necessary, you throw about 6 of those in your coffee. You're gonna be bouncing off the fucking walls and painting the house, man, pretty quick. It doesn't really give it the best flavor, after you put that much of that stuff in there. But you're still going to be painting. You're going to be busy for a while. You're going to have a lot of shit on your mind, and you're going to be doing a lot of stuff because it's a lot of fucking caffeine. And I have made that choice to do that a few times, and definitely paid the price. But anyway, someone sent me this privately the other day, and I know it's kind of like kicking a dead horse, and this is kind of why I wanted to do this hangout this morning. Just the level of beyond stupid that is still on the air, and I don't care if it's on the air. I'm not saying it should be off, because people like this deserve to just be made fun of, and they deserve to be on the air so other people can actually see how stupid they really are. And I know he doesn't have the attention that he used to, but he still does get some because he still runs his fucking mouth and people send stuff, and but Brett Keane is about as fucking low on the fucking scale of shit bags, and just dirt bags, right? Hypocritical pieces of shit, right? It's been around forever. right? He's gotten so fucking low. He claims that atheists are killing people and atheists are responsible for everything, and he pwned Bill Nye the Science Guy. He's kind of a parody of himself anymore. But Neil deGrasse Tyson. He pwns Richard Dawkins. I mean, he makes these videos, and they're jokes, right? Because we all know who Brett Keane is, right? Enter whatever, however you refer to him right now. And anymore, if you want to go into a Brett Keane hangout and comment on anything, you have to be subscribed and they have to okay everything because there's so much fucking hate, right? And we all know the kind of crap that comes out of Brett Keane's mouth about how atheists are doing this and atheists are evil fucking people and atheists are just this. Oh my God, the most evilest pieces of shit in the world. No morals. As he lays in his bed. I mean, he doesn't even have the courtesy to like sit up, right? When he does videos, he has to lay down on his fucking bed. Now I get it. Maybe he's in pain. I don't know his condition or something. But a lot of people, I mean, fuck me, I'm in fucking pain, right? I'm in a lot of pain. I'm also on a lot of medication, right? And I've been eating brownies. And right now, I really don't give a fuck. And at this point, it doesn't bother me quite as much, right? But I spend a lot of time laying down lately because my fucking shoulders hurt, right? I don't sleep much because I can't get comfortable, right? But when I'm addressing people, people that when you want somebody to pay attention to you, and this is one reason why I get on camera, right? And Brett doesn't most of the time, but this time he actually chose to, right? Which just made it all the more just fucking retarded and embarrassing for himself. I mean, if you look at him, right? And I'm not making fun of people that are, sickly or that don't have the courtesy. I mean, if you can't sit up, right? I guess you can sit up because you can do other things in life, but you can't sit up. Sit in a chair, right? Sit on the edge of his bed, whatever. I mean, I've got this raggedy old fucking chair that's like 20 fucking years old, right? Maybe that's why my shoulders are fucked up. Maybe I should get one of those Von Helton chairs. I mean, they don't look bad. I would actually sit in it correctly because I was taught how to sit in a chair. But excuse me. But I'm watching this, and it's about the vigilant Christian Mario, right? Who, admittedly, is probably a piece of shit to a lot of people. A lot of people don't like him. He's very extreme in his beliefs, but this isn't about Mario's belief systems, right? Or who he is spiritually or religiously. This is him as a person, right? Because people are people, right? Everybody inside of you, everybody, I mean, God knows, everybody on YouTube has problems, has issues in their fucking life, right? That at times become overwhelming, right? And cause you to get away. People have made videos. I mean, I've made videos. A lot of people have made videos about their having to leave, right, YouTube for a while because of personal problems, right? Call them what you will, right? Drugs, mental health, alcohol, um, whatever, right? People just the insanity of what the internet is, right, can be overwhelming at times. Just that, right? And for that, a lot of people will leave YouTube for a while for whatever reason, right? Personal reasons, right? Reasons they need to get well, to be able to function and have a life, right? Besides YouTube, right? Or whatever social media platform they're on. And Brett's got this idea of, who a Christian is, just like G-Man and everything. But the thing that struck me the most when I and it should it should disturb you, but it's funny because this is how low Brett Keane will go. He starts off with, "Dear," this is at the beginning of this is before his begging for money and shit, right? And uh, but there's actually a little bit of asking. Just this is the beginning. This is, "Dear Faith family, atheist stock children of faith. YouTube has made it clear mobs of atheist, social, liberal Democrats enjoy harassing and disliking our videos. Combat this demonic behavior by liking up videos and leaving positive comments to support your brothers and sisters. God bless. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and rate." Now let's break that down just a little fucking bit, right? Dear Faith family, right? Now, in Brett's world, Faith family are people that listen to the bullshit that he puts out, right? And we all know it's bullshit, right? Atheists stalk children of faith, right? Now that's a pretty fucking broad statement if you ask me, right? Atheists, who? What atheists, right? Seriously, this is just as stupid, right? As when they go, Stalin was an atheist, man. Hitler was an atheist. So on so many levels, this is offensive because it doesn't say a bunch of people that don't believe in God, right, uh, have found to stock children, right? I could understand that. There's some pretty fucking shitty people in this world, whether you're an atheist or whether you're a Christian, a Buddhist. There's scumbags all around, even like in the military. Some of the most honorable people I've met when I was in the military, very honorable people. I've also met some of the most shitty, dishonest people that I've ever met from the military. Some of the nicest people I've ever met were very fucking religious, right? I'm sure they wouldn't be on the level of Brett Keane or G-Man's level of Christianity because, who would want that? But very beautiful. I've met people that were very fucking religious, right? That were just pieces of shit in everyday life, right? You know, so just putting like literally everybody that doesn't believe in God, right? Now the whole what's an atheist? There's different, the whole God question to me is just irrelevant, right? To me, there is none. Whatever, right? Other people, I don't know. But Brett puts atheists in one big group. We all stalk children of faith. And that YouTube has made it clear. I wonder if YouTube is aware of this, but YouTube has made it clear that mobs of atheist, social, liberal Democrats enjoy harassing and disliking our videos. I know a lot of atheists that are not liberal and they're not Democrats, right? Because just atheist is just like an answer to one question. It's just one thing, right? Seriously, Brett, you know, um, there are atheists that like Trump. There are atheists that don't like Democrats. It runs the fucking gambit, right, of what an atheist is. And people know this, right? But Brett keeps generalizing people, right? Because it's his fucking narrative, right? When he was an atheist, the script was flipped, right? And it was the Christians that did all these things that were responsible for all these fucking problems in the world, right? So, and then he's got that picture of Jesus, with a cross and all this stuff, and the whole God TV radio, right? Now, first of all, if you're watching, what TV station is he on? Right? God TV, right? Right? Seriously, is it a TV channel? Is it a cable network? It's on fucking YouTube. I'm sure it's on some other fucking, but TV and radio, right? He tries to make it sound like it's some fucking legitimate fucking thing, besides bashing fucking people in the name of God because whatever fucking reason Brett has, because he's too fucking lazy to even sit up in a fucking chair to do videos. That's how much he fucking really gives a shit. But he wants you to support him, right? Because of things. Times are hard, and everything. And I get it. Times are hard. Times are fucking very hard, right? Times are hard for me. I'm on a fixed income. I get what that's like. But the way you go about it is just pretty shitty, right? But then we get to this Mario guy, right? And admittedly, right, there's people that a lot of people don't like him. I don't really give a shit about him either way. I mean, I've never really cared for his opinion. I think the guy didn't practice what he preached or whatever. But the guy's got a problem, right? Whether it's alcohol or drugs or sex addiction or whatever the fuck, right? And getting help is hard at times, right? Accepting help, getting the help you need instead of the help you think you need, finding out that there's other things you need help with. The recovery is a really strange thing. Everybody's recovery is, and I think most people understand that. Um, and even people who don't really care for Mario or something can probably relate when there's something going on in their life that needs fixing or something and need to step away. So instead of being supportive, right, which you knew that wasn't going to happen. One of the best things about Easter is like Easter candy. I love robin eggs, but I'll eat those after this is over. But the guy's got fucking issues. The guy needs to step away, and no matter what his problems are in life, oh shit. You hope the guy, feels better, gets the help that he needs, right? And Brett takes this on like people have made fun of him for this, being a hypocrite and everything, and that's their prerogative. But instead of being supportive, Brett takes it upon himself to then just shit on a fellow brother in Christ or God believer, because God gives you all the equipment you need. All you need to do is quit. But Brett's never done drugs or never drank. He doesn't know what it's like, whatever the fuck, So, but God's the answer, and the fact that he doesn't do it in a specific certain way, Brett's just got a way of shitting on everything, and which goes to show you just how much of a shitbag he really is morally. I mean, he'll criticize Mario for asking for money or support, through his time of need, and he'll criticize, you're asking for money, but you're buying drugs and stuff, and Brett's not going to buy drugs, but so why don't you send Brett some fucking money, By the way, if you want to support me and my pot habit, feel free. Um, anyway, but you know, Brett makes it about himself and puts himself that moral high ground once again, right? And this has come from a lazy piece of shit that lays flat on his bed, right? Greases his hair. I still want to know what the fuck color is his hair, right? And I'm not trying to. Did he color it, or is that just what fucking sprung out, right? I don't know, because he's had the gray shit in the front and this weird shit, but I don't know. Look, I'm not the, you know, morally, I've done some questionable things in my life, and I've accepted responsibility on so many levels, even if I haven't been caught, because you end up, paying the price later in different ways. Yeah, he says he went prematurely white. Kind of like Von Helton says that the internet made him fucking prematurely fucking look old, right? It's like, nah, it's just bad genes. Um, but when anybody's trying to get sober, right? Now, I don't know how serious Mario is. I don't know if this is a game he plays all the time, because goodness knows Brett would never fucking play games or anything like that, because everybody, trusts Brett Keane. But to go out and throw yourself as the moral high ground while shitting on somebody who does exactly the same thing you do, and that's shit on people that don't believe like you do. They always talk about, the faith community, brothers in Christ. I was watching the fucking Dragnot hang out with G-Man yesterday. My goodness, I am not a dragoon. I'm not even sure I'm welcome in that community. I know some people that are in it that don't hate me and stuff, but I kind of stay away from that. I'm in the Fun Brigade. This is Pledge Week. This is Pledge Week for the Fun Brigade. Join the Fun Brigade. It's fucking free. Just put hashtag Fun Brigade next to my videos or in the comment section, and you're a fucking instant member of the Fun Brigade, because we here at the Fun Brigade, we like to have fun. We like to laugh, boys and girls, and by golly, we do our best to make you laugh and entertain you. All the support we can get, all you need to do is just put hashtag Fun Brigade in the fucking side chat, and we'll know that you appreciate what we do here. It'll bring a tear to every one of our staff if you put in Fun Brigade. Anyway, hey. Anyway, but just, even Christians, right, won't go into Brett Keene's hangouts unless they're really fucking weird, like G-Man or something. Von Helton, I mean, it's a very tight-knit group of fucking retards, right? Now, I've explained why I actually use the word retards. If you think I'm making fun of mentally handicapped people, fuck off. But anyway, right? Okay. Let's change the word. I won't use the word retard this time. Yeah. Mentally deficient fuckwits, right? To go in these little echo chambers, right? And jerk each other off fucking emotionally and nearly physically, right? Kind of a, cyber fucking circle jerk, if you will. And even when they disagree with each other, right? It's like the circle jerk of bullshit and just basic stupidity. And it's like we lost a viewer, Bozo. I got 3 thumbs up, which is always a plus. Still, I'm sure somebody's gonna fucking be mad at this. I don't really care. I got another brownie. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait on that. I'm gonna have to re-up pretty soon. Those brownies are good though. Oh my god, chocolate peanut butter. Fuck yeah. Anyway, and I don't think it was just like a Betty Crocker mix. I mean, that was some good fucking. Well, Betty Crocker, they do have some pretty good packaged brownies. you know. But anyway, it was just good stuff. But we have other ways to medicate ourselves and stuff, and thus we will. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you get the Steve Shives treatment, you know. Oh God, is he even around anymore? God, he used to be. Oh God, I still remember that chicks with dicks thing. God, that was funny as shit. Um, but yeah, and that goes back a while. When all this SJW shit first started, I mean the big split, when people used, um, that was like the beginning of the destruction of like the atheist community, I guess, when in a lot of ways when it got political, when the whole religion thing got old because it just got redundant. There was that split. That's when the SJWs came, and some people were going, and then it's kind of like eating your young. You know what I'm saying? It's not pretty, but it happens, And anyway, yeah, Steve Shives went really fucking weird. I always did wonder if his wife actually did have a strap on, you know. But yeah, that was some funny shit. I mean, a lot. He lost a lot of. He probably got a lot of subscribers, even that weren't atheists, because he got past the whole atheist thing and just become really fucking weird. Because I mean, a lot of people got into him that were atheists when he used to do the atheist videos, right? That's how a lot of people. That's how he got a lot of his subscribers. Um, I always thought he was kind of a dick because I asked him one time about the Hagerstown Suns hat that he was wearing, and he kind of blew it off. I'm like, what the fuck are you wearing the hat for? You represent your team. I just asked him a couple simple questions. Right? Oh, I think they'll be okay this year or some shit. Whatever. Suck my dick. Anyway, trying to open this little bag of robin eggs, because did you see Vaughn eat that fucking Schwann's spaghetti? Now, I get it, right? Being a father of three young children at 54 years old, right? Um, when they're over at your mom's house most of the time, or at school, or under the care of somebody else. I understand how hard that can fucking be. I do. I mean, I have a cat, right? And my cat takes up a lot of my time. He's a demanding little fucker, right? I mean, his bowl gets half empty. He wants more food. He wants me to stir it up, make it look new again, kind of like when the waitress comes around freshening up your coffee at the cafe. I mean, I have to be aware at all times, where my cat wants to be rubbed, how he wants to be rubbed, and when I'm supposed to stop, right? Yeah, I mean, it's a daunting job, just following my cat around all day, right? So I understand what it's like to be 54 years old with three small kids when most people your age would be like grandparents. Um, I'm not a grandfather. Okay? Well, I am your Grampy lobster, so that kind of like makes me a grandpa. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I understand how hard this can be. And so for you to, not be able to like boil some water, put some fucking pasta in, some noodles and boiling water. And yeah, get some fucking, I mean, even if you get like ragu or something, I mean, some different sauces, right? You don't have to go the high pricey ones. and being a little creative, a little tomato in it, maybe a little very simple things that can makes even the frozen meatballs. Right, I love those frozen meatballs sometimes. So I'm just making some spaghetti and meatballs, and it's not, you know, it takes a few minutes and whatever, but just like a microwave fish dinner, right? Microwaving or spaghetti dinners from Schwan. Now, I know Schwan's makes some good shit. It really does, right? And normally, I mean, I don't really care that people buy crap from Schwan's, but spaghetti dinners, you put in a microwave, frozen fish dinners in a microwave, and then you put it on camera. And then you eat it with a spoon again, which, hey, c'est la vie, right? Who eats how they eat, I mean, not a big deal. Anyway, but manners, right? Which is, Vaughn claims it drives the fucking trolls crazy when he eats, right? And that's why he does. Slapping his gums. I mean, you don't even have to have headphones on. They're the slap, slap, slap of those gums, right? Just and sucking noodles, eating spaghetti, kind of like some. I mean, when you go to a restaurant, you go to a buffet, you go to something, you always see people like that, right? That literally never learned to like eat, right? Fat Elvis is the same way. If you watched him, and I guess everybody's table manners are different, and it's not necessarily exactly how you hold your fork, it's what you do with the food, right? Kind of like in a way, kind of how you grab it on the fork, how you grab, kind of, you know, aggressively you attack your food, right? And then how you like put it on the fork or spoon or that utensil, and then the way it travels to your pie hole and how you consume it can tell a lot about somebody, right? Now I get it, right? I've had the munchies before, right? And just pounded some fucking food in my mouth, right? But Vaughn doesn't do drugs, and well, it doesn't drive people crazy. It gives people like Bozo and me fucking ideas because it's funny as fuck that you've got so few. He's got so few manners. I mean, yeah. When you eat like that, and then claiming it does the opposite of what it actually does, right? Oh, they hate it when I eat on camera. Drives them crazy. Nah, it doesn't drive us crazy, Vaughn. It's funny. Keep doing it because it's funny. Um, anyway, I had a conversation with Christina Black the other day on my channel, which I really enjoyed a lot. I like Christina. We've messaged each other back, and we've had a few comments, and we're hoping to do that again soon. Um, because some people actually enjoyed it, and I actually got like more views on that, and comments that were positive than and pretty much anything else. So it showed that I was actually have the ability to have a conversation, serious conversation, and yet throw my shit in there and still have and not just go off the rails, and I thought Christina did a really good job of like keeping me a little bit grounded during the conversation because fuck knows where I'm going to go with the conversation and the different directions. Not that we didn't go off in different directions, but we had fun. It was something that I was planning for. I was thinking You know, boy, if we get an hour, hour and a half out of this, I'll be happy, right? We got 3 hours and 44 minutes. Um, and, you know, within a short time, he didn't ask her to show her boobs. No, she gets that stuff. You know what I mean? She understands. She doesn't take shit seriously, right? And who knows? But but no, and that's what I like about Christina, right? She explained, you know, like I said, she knows um, that I'm not into magic and spirits and stuff. But I had a lot of questions of, you know, why or how or something like that. It didn't, you know, she didn't need to, you know, she wasn't proselytizing, right? Um, hold on a second. I have to fix my non-ergonomic fucking chair for a second. Oh God. Ah, shit. Got to get me another pillow for my butt, you know. Um, but yeah, she had a good time, and you know, we got to. So we're hoping to do that again soon. You know, maybe talk about different shit. Maybe have a couple of things to talk about, and just see where the conversation goes. And that's kind of the direction that I'm trying to do right now, because and I wanted to, you know, do it with somebody that I knew was not didn't have like really, you know, I mean, it wasn't like I was going to try to do something like that with like somebody that really had like extreme beliefs in something and was trying to preach to me, or you know, or politically or religiously, or you know, throw some kind of shit out there and then, you know, see my reaction. I just, you know, but I had a good time. And unlike what Vaughn thinks, you know, Vaughn seems to think that the only reason a pagan would go into uh, he doesn't understand why pagans would talk to atheists, right? Or Christians would talk to atheists, you know. And if you think about it, I mean, you can go, well, that's like, that's pretty fucking sad for somebody to honestly fucking believe that, right? That you know, that believes literally that, well, apparently, you know, Vaughn believes that Texas has, you know, bowed their knee to Islam now because they had a ceremony, right? You know, um, about building a mosque, you know, and in New York, right? No matter what you think of Bill de Blasio or whatever his fucking name is, you know, when there's a movement, you know, after a shooting, you know, I mean, I remember after the Boston Marathon bombing, you know, the Boston Strong thing, right? And then that kind of got shit on by a whole bunch of other, you know, hashtag whatever strong and everything. But, you know, and then the Me Too and just all these fucking things. And just the ability to have a conversation with people who don't believe like you, who don't think like you, but you have other things. I mean, a lot of people, right, have nothing in common spiritually, right, but can have a great conversation talking about literally anything else that might interest them, right? Um, when people don't have that ability because they think in their head, like Vaughn, that all Muslims want to kill you. Like I said, one of my doctors is a Muslim. Pretty sure another one is one of those Middle Eastern religions, probably. Just by some of the stuff they wear. You know, the doctor wears a little hijab. You know, that's the VA clinic, right? Or at the hospital. You know, where I go. Going there actually later today. But he literally thinks that because a new mosque is built, right? You know, I don't give a fuck. You know, there's mosques out here. You know, the only time I really hear about the Muslims in this area is when somebody, like writes swastikas all over the fucking little Muslim school, right? Or fucks up a synagogue, right, with swastikas, right? Or and it wasn't the Muzzies that did that. It's this fucking spiritual whose God's got a bigger dick, you know? Our God's better than yours, so we're gonna start fucking with you, right? Because our God fucking commands it, right? It's the whole good versus evil bullshit, right? The only the only real good versus evil bullshit these days is professional wrestling. At least that's what it used to be, right? You know, when people get upset about somebody's uh, mocking their religion, making fun of them, right? And I'm like, well, why do you care, right? I mean, I make fun of other religions too. I make fun of other beliefs. I make fun of a lot of shit, right? Things that I just don't find real that other people do. I make fun of things that are real too, you know. Um, I make fun of all sorts of shit. I make fun of myself. Um, and the idea of God needs your defense because somebody posts a meme, right? Or somebody says something that you don't fucking like because it makes your God, whoever, look bad, right? It's kind of like making fun, or whatever. Well, okay, then if that's bad, then your God will do something, and probably doesn't need your intervention, and doesn't really give a shit either way if you're pissed off or not, because if it really offended him, your opinion wouldn't fucking matter anyway. So, but it's just it's humor. It's whatever. I make fun of a lot of shit. It's just kind of what I do. But I love to have serious conversations as well. Um, and you know, but watching this Bond's latest videos, right? Um, I got this. Oh shoot, I'm okay. Strange bedfellows. I got this up on my TV now. Like I know I got on fucking Oscar. If you haven't heard, Oscar's back. For putting Von Helton on his big. First of all, this isn't a big screen. Oh yeah, it's not considered a big screen. It's a little bit smaller than that. And I watch the games on it and stuff. And this is pretty much it's the Lobster Studios, and so I can do what I want. But the shit that is coming out of his mouth, right? Not only bringing up the Sandy Hook crap again and doubling down on how just outrageously stupid he is. Now he's a message. Let's see. Did someone message me? Oh, let's see. Ah, fuck. It's nothing. Anyway, Vaughn's ability to and somebody mentioned this in a comment section in one of the videos that I was in. So, but it's true. But Vaughn's ability to take a truth and turn it false and a falsehood into a truth or something to the effect of that. I just call it shitting on things, um, twisting things into his own fucking weirds. And what the fuck? I know in Christina's hangout, we can't make fun of somebody's looks, right? And I really do understand that, and I respect her. But this, no, the shit on his fucking chin, you know, is I want to take a fucking razor, right, and just like hold him down and just fucking shave it, just cut the fuck out of it, right? It's just that's the part that gets the eating. I can fucking handle that because it's fucking funny, right? But that shit that he's got on his chin and his inability to grow a now you can say what you want about my mustache. You know, it's might be a little off. Even I don't trim it always the best and everything, but I got a real fucking mustache. That shit on top of one. How do you either he trims his mustache really fucked up, right? And he likes it really way off the fucking upper lip, or he hasn't got the ability to grow a fucking mustache either. Which it is his right to do so. I do so. You know, I believe in everybody's right to do whatever the fuck they want, right? I really honestly do. But when you do that, right, and you come across like that, people will make fun of you. That's just a fact. But this is the video where Earth's talking about strange bedfellows. You know, the whole idea of let me turn this up just a little bit. Bozo, let me know if you can hear this in a minute. Can you hear that, Bozo? Yes, no? Can you hear that? Okay, now basically, why would a pagan go into an atheist hangout, right? How dare a pagan go into an atheist hangout, right? Yeah, I got to figure out that OBS shit and everything. But see, at the same time, right now, I think Vaughn's going to be going a little flag happy again. He's been talking about it. So I'm trying my best to keep this. But you know, it just why would an atheist go into or a pagan go into an atheist hangout? You know, what could they? Yeah, the fact that somebody doesn't believe in a supernatural, you know, why would you talk to him? He always, he always, he sees pagans and hanging out with atheists, man. See, he's going with this lean to the left, lean to the right, stand up, sit down, fight, 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 shit. Yeah. Christina comes into hangouts because she's respectful. Yeah, atheists have nothing to do with us. They're not theists. You know? There goes some Mountain Dew. He's going to discuss it. It's a phenomenon. It's a curious phenomenon, right? That an atheist, right, and a pagan, right, you know, can have a discussion about anything, you know, because we don't mesh, you know. And like I said, I don't give two fucks. A lot of people I talk to are not atheists, right? It's not a fucking big fucking deal because we're not talking about fucking religion, right? There are people that don't fucking like my political views, right? Well, for the most part, we don't talk about politics, except for certain times when we do agree with something because, you know, we're older from back in the day and we remember when, you know, um, or type things. And we can like relate and have even a discussion, even if we don't to a certain extent. And then if you really get to a point where you piss me off, then I'll just hang up on you. Because the conversation will go nowhere, right? And so that's why you don't get into these conversations, right? I don't go into um, people's hangouts, right? Because I'm a certain thing, right? Because I think a certain way. I don't go into hangouts because you know I think a certain way. I do a certain thing. You know, I go into it, I hang out because I'm curious what's going on. I like the host, some people, you know, the topic, or whatever, right? I've gone into Christian hangouts, right? Or Bible stuff, you know, that weren't offensive. I was just curious of what was done because I'd seen so many fucking Bible studies on YouTube, you know, like G-Man style, where he shits on everybody but himself, and or Shan, a lot of these people, you know. So I was watching this, and I'm like, okay, this is what they do. This is pretty much what I remember when we go to Bible study on Wednesday night. You know, people sitting around reading scriptures and talking about what it means or some shit, right? I get that. Okay, so the fact that somebody goes into a room, right, that doesn't believe in something, right, or think the way you do, Vaughn doesn't seem to understand why. Because nobody wants to come into his fucking hangouts or shows, because if you literally just, if you go in there for entertainment, right, just have a little fun and yucks, you know, a little side chat fun, Vaughn even gets pissed off at that because he literally takes his shit so seriously that if you disagree with him or just on literally anything, right? You're a hater, you're a troll. He has the ultimate news. He has the ultimate truth that God's told him so. They tell him all the time. That's why I'm really starting to believe, you know, Vaughn might be getting some audio hallucinations. Just the way now I'm no professional, but just the way he describes the way the gods told him, the God spoke to him, the God, you know, possibly, you know, it's something you can, I mean, and it's, you know, I mean, I'm not making fun of the fact of that, but well, kind of, but it's maybe a source of where some of this information might come from. Um, and anyway, but yeah, no, who finds it curious? The only people that find it curious are people like Brett Keane or G-Man who don't understand how somebody that is a theist or believes in something like that can actually have a real conversation with an atheist or somebody that doesn't believe. I mean, it just watching that G-Man Dreadnought thing last night was proof, right? The G-Man doesn't know. You know, I was showing that to my wife. I was like, this is what happens when smart people talk to dumb people. You know, because you can only dumb it down so far before it gets to the point where what the fuck. You know what I mean? You can explain things, but if people aren't willing to listen to the explanation and keep inserting random bullshit, right? Then you know that there's no conversation that's going to happen, and it just goes into a, you know. That was a fantastic show, though. Oh my god, I ate 2 brownies yesterday watching that. Actually, oh my god, that was some of the funniest shit. Um, anyway, but yeah, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find it. Yeah, everybody's all upset. Nobody can figure out why. He's been curious about why an atheist and a pagan can have a conversation because they're opposites, and opposites, you know. We're going to investigate that. Here comes the song. Without further ado, let's get into it. Von Helton sucks. 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 Hey, Stinky! I want you to capture that for me, Bozo, please. I'll do it again. Hey, Stinky! I love that so much. Holy shit. Oh, man. Oh, shit. That is just a beautiful fucking thing, you know. But anyway, pagans that hang out with atheists. Listen here, Christina Blackfeather. I always thought that was strange because pagans are theists, and atheists are not theists. Captain Obvious there. They have nothing in common. So the fact that somebody's a pagan and somebody's an atheist means they can have nothing in common. But that's not what the hey, paganism is true. If you don't believe us, we don't care. God's not real. If you don't believe me, I don't care. You know, if you don't believe like Vaughn, you know, somehow you're fucked. Oh, yeah, on about.com. Yeah. For the last 10 years, maybe even 15, have been lobbying Washington, D.C. to strip you of your religious freedoms. My God. Yeah, Vaughn, that's bullshit. Yes, it is. You know what I mean? When people talk about stripping their religious freedoms, okay, basically it's more of like, no, you can't fucking have the Ten Commandments here. No, you can't teach someone's children about their if they want to learn about Jesus, they can go to church, they can go to Sunday school, right? Putting fucking your personal religious beliefs into fucking politics, right? Restricting a woman's right to choose or that of anybody's right to choose because of their personally deep held religious beliefs, right? It's not restricting your right to worship or bow down or whatever the fuck you want to call it or do to anything, right? You just, yeah, you can't put it fucking politics and put your personally deep held religious beliefs upon others because, you know, fuck everybody else if they don't think like you, right? They're just heathens. uh, but oh god, I see that fucking mustache. He's got that. There's Jesus fuck. How the hell do you get that? Now look, I get it. Some people go bald early in life, right? Some people get prematurely old. I kind of think I'm aging kind of well. You know, my hair. I still have my hair. You know, I don't have wrinkles everywhere. You know, I'm not doing too bad. I'm not the most handsome motherfucker, but I'm not hideously ugly. Well, maybe to some people I am, but yeah, I mean, I have been called, you know, hippie, long-haired Leatherface, other really offensive things. But a 54-year-old man that looks older than my grandfather did when he died at like, I mean, Vaughn looks old as fuck, right? You know, that's not premature aging from having kids, right? Or you know, his person. That's just bad fucking genetics, right? That ain't no Cherokee shit, man. You know, you know, and the it tells people, you know, that if you look at him, you know, there's a tint of red to him. You know, he calls himself a red man. You know, if you look up the term red man, it's um, not really an enduring term towards Native Americans. And although I'm sure there have been some in the past who have embraced that term for whatever fucking reason, uh, kind of hard to find Native Americans that refer to themselves as red. Um, I can't, right? And so, yeah, but we all know he's not Cherokee. But anyway, yeah, it was probably CERN, you know. But holy shit, the gods! I mean, for as many as powerful as the gods are, and as wonderful as the gods treat him, they have made him one ugly motherfucker, right? You know, I mean, Father Time has not been kind to Vaughn. It has shit on him quick, and it has shit on him often, right? Kind of like a shitstorm of ugly gray and gums, right? I know, Lobster, he's getting a little personal this morning. Well, yeah, that's because I'm heavily medicated. I've been eating brownies. Ugh, and my ass hurts because I got to get me a new pillow. Oh, shit. I think I'll do that today when I'm out. Anyway, um, let's continue with this. Yeah, they've been at this for years. Cooler heads have prevailed. Yeah, what is this about gulags? You know, they want to put Christians in gulags. Yeah, you can read the message. There's no gulags. Yeah. No, I don't think anybody that believes in a deity per se is a nutter, right? I don't believe that just because you're spiritual, you're a nutter, right? Um, my hair got in my face. There are a lot of people. Yeah, your grandfather's almost 100. Yeah, you know, and you know, you hate. It's like when people ask him all the time. Oh God, he's got that look on it. You know, it's like they think he's older, right? I was showing somebody Vaughn the other day, and this was a picture from a few years ago, right? And he goes, God damn, how old is that dude? He goes, that's a. I said, dude, the guy's younger than me by like almost 5 years. He's like, no. He goes, that guy's like 75. And I'm like, nah, the dude's like 50 fucking 4 years old, right? And the guy that I was talking to is my age, and he's had a bit rougher life than me, and he looks younger than Vaughn. you know, um, so yeah, it's just how does somebody? Yeah, it's got to be genetics, man. You know. Anyway, and I know that sounds whatever, but how do you get to look like that? You know, the gods must be playing a prank on him. You know, that's how the gods are making him stronger, right? That's why when he. I need to find a copy of that fucking hangout that Vaughn did years ago, where a fake Snoop Dogg came in, and Vaughn thought it was Snoop Dogg, right? It was just the thing of Snoop Dogg doing this over, pretty much. And he typed a couple things in a side chat, you know, that really, you know, um, it was funny, and Vaughn and really thought that it was Snoop Dogg. It was just fucking funny. Um, and I kind of wanted to add that with when he said Vaughn, Snoop Dogg pointed a fake gun and a fake picture of Trump or some shit and shot it, and Snoop Dogg was in a big fucking heap of trouble. And uh, last I heard, Snoop Dogg's a fucking game show host on TV. I've never seen the show because I don't watch game shows, but I've seen the commercials for it. So he doesn't seem like he's in a shit ton of trouble. But I just thought that was funny. But he's Vaughn. Everything is out of this world realm. You know, whether he was talking about aliens and shit years ago, you know, or spirits now and gods and deities and shit. That us against them. You know, you're either with us or you're against us. There's no gray area. You know, wouldn't it be a wonderful fucking place if everybody in the world thought like Von Helton? I'm just saying, we'd be fucked, right? And there'd be a lot of fucking scared Skyrim women running around, probably too, I bet. Or Fallout 4. Yeah, you're hanging out with these people conforting with atheists, the very people that would strip you of your religion. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we're gonna get into the burning times and shit. Apparently the pagans have been persecuted literally more than every fucking other thing in history. The pagans were persecuted more than the fucking Jews during the Holocaust. And the civil rights movement has nothing compared to what pagans went through in history. Suffer a witch to burn, live not, or some shit was added in the Bible. King James put that in. You know, the pagans were persecuted first, and stuff, and he even turns his beliefs into a form of uh, pity. You know, like, we've been picked on long enough. You know, we're not going to stand for it no more because, you know, and I've never known pagans to, uh, like with Christina, right? And this was one of the points of my conversation with Christina was to talk to a pagan, right? With that person understanding that I didn't prescribe to that person's personal beliefs or the way they thought in certain ways. But burning times comes from Schwann's enchilada meals. You know. Those frozen Mexican dinners can be fucking wonderful at 3 o'clock in the morning. You got the munchies. You know what I'm saying? Haven't had one of those in fucking years. God, but an understanding that I don't prescribe to this, and she wasn't trying to persuade me. You know, I was asking questions. She told me her opinion, right? Which apparently is not the right opinion unless you agree with Bond. Um, which you know, and even Christina, you know, a couple of things Christina understood that Vaughn would talk about, but still understood that he took it into a crazy fucking way. And but you know, she's respectful about it, right? So why wouldn't she be respectful to me? I'm being respectful to her, and it was a nice conversation. So, and Vaughn believes honestly that most likely that when this conversation was over, that I got online and just made fun of Christina, right? Because she believes a certain thing. And that, quite honestly, that's not true. The first thing I did when I got offline was thank my side chat for watching and the side chat, and then I messaged Christina on another forum, Facebook, and thanked her for great conversation. And that's pretty much what I did. And then I was talking to a few other people while I was listening to heavy metal music and not one and messaging a few people and doing some other shit because I've got different screens. I think I was watching the scores too from the games. But not one time did I ever, nor do I ever, right? Just like shit on people after I talk to them, right? Unless I'm talking to somebody about like you, Vaughn, or somebody like Brett Keane, right? Or G Man, who none of these people I have any respect for, right? At all, right? Just the way they come across, right? Um, some people do. Some people will watch them and like them sometimes for what they say or anything. But when it comes to a certain point, you know, and you've said enough about certain things, and um, uh, just it gets to the point of, you know, God, you're just a fucking scumbag, right? And Kinko Troopa, how you doing? Oh shit. So there's 3 people watching now. Hey, but but no, just you know, I don't know how much you saw. Oh, Glory Hole. Hey, woo! If that's from like the Camper Van Elvis fucking reference, Ric Flair is actually pushing um, Cumberland Farms coffee in this area, right? He's like old Ric Flair. He's got the like white hair, like slicked back, and he's got this pink robe and feathers, and he's going woo woo woo, and it really just pretty, you know, it's not on Camper Van Elvis level, but it just pretty much shit on the legend that was Ric Flair. It just pretty much. Let's hope that's not how people remember Ric Flair. But we, you know, we're talking these people that think that if you don't believe Bible literalists, right? That honestly believe that somehow how they believe is the chosen way because whoever it is. Well, thank you. You know, it's nice. Like I said once before, it's nice to get into the RV community, right? A little bit of maybe some extra quality content means that Fat Elvis is the best quality content according to him. And I figured that's just not true. And there's a lot of people out there that are that can actually help make Fat Elvis's content a little bit better and a little bit more entertaining and palatable to the audience. Brad Silverdot, another one. There's some people in that fucking. I have no idea who those people are, but they do some crazy shit having fun with Elvis. I like having fun with Elvis too. I can't wait to catch up. I haven't been watching a lot of that lately. I heard he's on his way back to Chicago, which I can't wait. I've been doing some other things and pretty much going back to my all time nemesis, if you will, that person that we all know is Von Helton, the flat earther, truther, hoax. I believe Sandy Hook. Everything's fake. Everything's false. If you like it, he likes it, then he's shit on it, right? He's shit on your favorite musicians, your favorite bands. He does karaoke. Like I said, he's a flat earther. Whatever your religious belief, if you call yourself a pagan, then he could probably convince people not to be pagan anymore because that's what pagan was. And be like, I want no fucking part of that. So the Gumisher, absolutely. Hey, that's a fucking, that's a term that goes way back. You must. That name kind of sounds familiar. You wouldn't happen to be a troll hater or a naysayer, would you? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not here to out you or anything like that. But it's just sad day that group is finally, I guess, disbanded. Means that the gods intervened and shut down Google Plus. Anyway, yeah. So Vaughn's been talking about how atheists, right, are taking away all your religious liberties and freedoms because, putting religion into politics is always a good idea. And that, we secretly, want all the pagans and Christians and theists put in gulags. And that's according to Vaughn. And, why wouldn't we believe that? I mean, yeah, Kinko. That's what I'm really waiting for. I've got some. Trust me, I've got some definite binge watching. So if anybody does, that's what gets me. Is his fucking hangouts can be long, and it's just the same shit over and over and over. But so, yeah, I just wish there was somebody out there that did like highlight videos, right? Because somebody has to have. See, we are a small production company here. Me and Carl and Snaggletooth. For those of you, oh shit, I'm going to attempt. Oh, please disregard if you hear a noise suddenly erupt out of my mouth. Oh. For those of you who haven't met, this is Snaggletooth. He's joined our production team. Yeah, you notice he's got only one tooth. And right now, we're trying to raise money for his dental fund because Dragon, dentistry is expensive, and he's a one of a kind guy. And like I said, this is from Christina Blackfeather. She's a creator. This is a one of a kind. You can never get anything like this again. She does this stuff, does paintings, does all sorts of shit, right? And I mean, glass eye, fucking awesome. I mean, the detail, even carrying a flower, I mean, beautiful fucking thing, right? And this is a pagan, right? So, yeah, the fact that an atheist, I gotta put this down here. I gotta find some. I can't go bending that fork back. That hurt. Um, yeah. So according to Vaughn, is that what happens? Yeah, it'll be the burning times time 100. We became a secular state. Yeah, hanging out with atheist Christina Black. Yeah, no, and see, what he says, all atheists believe theists are nutters. I don't think all atheists are all theists or are nutters. There's people that believe things. I mean, that they believe a certain thing. To me, is not realistic, right? I have used the word nuts, things like that, but do I think they're actually crazy people? No, I think it's a nutty idea. That's just the way I talk. And that's the way a lot of people talk, too. Do they think they're literally insane? No. They're literally nutters that go going, and slap their heads against the wall and spank and shit their pants and everything like that. No. But some people that take it to the extreme in any direction, right? Especially into like me versus them, and literalists and fundies and stuff. Yeah, at times, yeah, they're fucking nuts. They're nutters, and they will be made fun of. People like Vaughn will be made fun of. People that are always proselytizing and being assholes about it, and G-Man will always be made fun of, right? Von Helton will always be made fun of, right? Just from the shit that comes out of their fucking mouth. That's just a fact. Not just from me, it's proven, right? Not every, like I said, I know people that are theists. I don't make fun of them, right? It's just none of my business what they fucking believe. But if you put out what you believe, right, and then challenge people, right, or some shit, or feel you need to proselytize, yeah, then somebody's might make fun of you, and it might be me, right? But just having a conversation with somebody that has a different belief system with me, no, I don't give a shit. Nobody does, right? And they're not nuts for believing that. They just think of they think differently than other people do about certain things, right? And that's all that is, right? But with Vaughn, it's this black and white, no gray area. You can't be friends. You can't socialize. You can't, because goodness knows Vaughn does little fucking socializing in his real life. You just fucking know that, you know. Um, yeah, mental institutions and gulags. Every atheist believes this. Yeah. Once again, generalizing that every atheist think alike, right? Every atheist thinks alike. We want theists and Christians and pagans like Vaughn and gulags or mental institutions. That wouldn't be a good idea because then there's a lot of doctors and there's a lot of professional people that have religious beliefs that don't bring it into their everyday fucking life, that would be needlessly fucking. Well, how would the fucking world work, right? To me, because somebody thinks a certain way, like I don't give a shit if somebody believes in God. None of my fucking business. If you tell me to believe in God, I'll tell you to fuck off, right? Or whatever, right? Whatever mood I'm in, I'll have fun with you, right? I'll throw a meme and maybe shake you off that way. But if you feel like proselytizing to me, I'll tell you to fuck off. I've never seen a pagan that tried to proselytize to me. Never. They'll explain things to you. They have no problem. They'll give you the $5 version. If you want more, then they'll, maybe offer you a reference to a website or a book you might want to read or some shit. But it's not an us against them mentality. I mean, can you think, look, if you were to go to a place like Salem, Massachusetts, which is fucking central, right? It's Halloween there every fucking day. Now, if pagans were supposed to proselytize a city like Salem, Massachusetts would be fundy central for you. You would see witches and pagans out there swinging shit and throwing curses at people and, you know, damn whatever, right? And you don't. You see real people who believe in a certain thing living their fucking life. Some of them more into it than others, but selling their wares and stuff and seems to be, doing fine. They even have that famous, Bewitched fucking statue from when they um, filmed the TV show there for a while or once or some shit. But Irv is it. So why are you hanging out with people? Yeah. Why are you hanging out with people? Because nobody wants to hang out with Vaughn because he starts screaming and hollering. You're going into a hangout if you're going into a hangout to defend paganism, right? Why? That's I've never heard of that. Somebody. If somebody says something false about paganism, like that, and somebody knows the subject or something like that, or because a lot of these mythical things, they're people have different interpretations. Just like any myth, God, a certain God was a certain way, or this would have happened, or whatever. The whole different mythologies, and But so if somebody makes a misrepresents a certain like pagan god or something, somebody might come in and say, that's not true. He was like, anyway, that's what I mean. But see, that's what, Vaughn claims not to be a Christian. He claims to be a pagan, right? But he's got so much Christian influence, right? That he's a pagan, but he or theism over. I've watched this shit for years. It doesn't matter what hangout it is either. If it's an atheist hangout, I see these pagans always go around hanging out with. Like, why? Why are you doing that? Because people go into hangouts to have a conversation, different personalities and shit. Because nobody can either go into Vaughn's because he's so. Yeah, see, his look, Vaughn, he believes that, like I said, if you're in an atheist hangout, right? First of all, I really don't go into atheist hangout. I go into atheist rangers hangout sometimes if I see, because there's always a spot and he always lets me on and stuff. I used to go on other shows too, right? Not necessarily atheist shows. It's funny shows or just whatever, people that don't think like me or believe like me or some shit in any way. That's not even part of the fucking discussion, right? Um, pretty much everybody knows that my views on religion, right? Um, and stuff, and so I don't feel a need to defend my atheism. I just don't believe in God. I think it's all bullshit. I think it's like any other uh, myth, legend, whatever, somebody wrote a book about, or a group of books, or whatever the fuck, right? I put as much credence as one as the other. I don't think any of them are true. And that's pretty much it, right? The debate, there is none, right? I don't give a fuck if somebody gives me some scripture or tells me that, I'm going to hell. That doesn't mean shit to me. But I also don't, why would somebody go, say, if you're looking for a pagan hangout, right? Which there is, I guess, from what I understand, a pagan fucking community, right? If I was to be searching around the pagan community and I saw a Von Helton video and it said something about pagans or how to be a pagan or how not to be a pagan, I had listened to what Von Helton considers being paganism. I wouldn't be a pagan, right? And I would just, which I'm not, but I'd be like, Jesus, that's even dumber than some of the other shit that I've seen, right? But if you talk to other people, and if that's somebody's view of paganism, and they're seriously thinking about like what paganism is, and they're doing any type of research, it's just sad that they would come across Von Helton's video, right? And once again, he even shits on that community, right? There are people that believe that stuff. And if they want to find out about stuff, there's people that can steer them that way. In most communities, if there's a subject matter and you ask somebody a question, a lot of times, and this is in any community, whether it's you know what I mean? If somebody doesn't know the answer to something, they'll say, well, let me go see what I can do. I'll see what I can do to find out. You go check, right? Um, and then if they give you something, you kind of like look at what they gave you and don't necessarily take it for that's the truth or that's, I mean, unless it's a score. I mean, if it's something that, oh, okay, that. But if it's a philosophy or an interpretation of something or whatever, right? And sometimes you got to look at the news source, um, and take it from there. But Vaughn's just in this hellhole. They've been trying it for years. Cooler heads have prevailed. Yeah, you guys could have been in a gulag if Hillary would have got elected too. You know that, right? Blue walls, because he had a fucking dream. Pump full of drugs. Yeah, this is another thing. He go. This is, we want to pump you full of drugs, right? Until you're like sitting in a corner and drooling out of your mouth, right? Now, I mean, and this is Fawn's idea of what goes on in an insane asylum, as he calls it, which also kind of pretty much tells you that he probably didn't. I don't know if he actually visited, where when Andrea was in there. Remember when he said that he went in there and talked to all the doctors and nurses and made sure all this crap and everything, and the $1,000, $2,000 makeover and all that crap that sitting in a fucking padded room, drooling and spitting and slapping her head or some shit like that. I mean, it kind of makes you wonder if Vaughn actually ever did even visit, you know. Um, which kind of made me. I was watching clips from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest last night. I love that movie. It was actually filmed at the Oregon State Hospital. I think Bozo probably knew that. I've actually been there, Bozo. That was pretty fucking weird. I actually got seen by a psychiatrist on those grounds one time. Back when I was little, I was a bit off in the head, before I found my lobsterdom, my purpose in life. Hey, by the way, if anybody in the anybody that watches Fat Elvis videos, there's a Kit Kat bar, or was it Kit Kat bars that Fat Elvis was eating? The German ones or some shit. Well, these are the Eastern ones, right? And yeah, fucking Kit Kat bar. Guardian of One. Hey, how you doing? Having a fucking beautiful morning, man. Made some brownies. Having fun talking about Von Helton and the fact that he's a fucking idiot. And just how fucking low Brett Keane. I mean, that's pretty much talking about how low fucking Brett Keane actually is. Um, if my cat was awake, he'd go make me some coffee, but my cat's still sleeping. Anyway, but yeah, glad you could fucking join us, still got one more brownie. I'm gonna do my best to fucking Hopefully get some more today. Those are good fucking brownies. They are. Oh man, they're good. But no, we're just talking here about Stinky. He's wondering why people don't ever come into his hangouts or join him in a fucking show or pretty much agree with him on much of anything. Yeah. We want to put. I don't care what anybody. See, yeah, and then to qualify all this, he says if any atheist denies what he's just said about wanting to put pagans and theists in gulags and the insane asylums and pumping full of drugs until when they're slapping their head against walls, drooling out the side of their mouth and shit. If you disagree with that atheists really think that, right? And I say, well, I think you're full of shit, Vaughn. Well, Vaughn just calls me a fucking liar. Now, do I think Vaughn needs to be in the insane asylum? Maybe fucking pumped full of drugs. He starts goobering out the side of his mouth. That's a different fucking story. That's a possibility. Let's discuss that. Or let's just keep going. Yeah, about.com. Does everybody go? Let me show of hands here for you atheists out there. Does any atheists out there go to about.com to really give a fuck what about.com says about literally anything? I've heard of about.com, but really not even sure what about. I mean, I guess I don't even really understand what it is. Maybe it's some kind of media source or search engine. I don't know, right? Kenko Troopa. What kind of message was retracted? Let's get we don't retract. We post, we post, we post, we post, and we keep post. We own our posts here. We are not pussies in this fucking Fun Brigade. We have fun. Own your message. Now I want you to repost it. I want you to repost it. I'm not kidding. I will come through this screen and slap you. I really will, because that's really disrespectful. That really is. Hurts my feelings. Geek Room, hey, how you doing? Nah, we're just having some fun, man. I've been eating brownies this morning. And just talking about how fucking low Brett Keane goes now, and with what he posts on the. Have you seen the front of Geek Room of the beginning of Brett Keane's shit about atheists or stalking young children and socialist hippie liberal Democrats or some shit, or stalking people and ruining the God community or some shit. It's fucking crazy, man. And yeah, you got a brownie? I got one too. Look, dude, these are fucking awesome as fuck, man. Like I said, these are shit. Oh yeah, well you should see it, Geek Room. Seriously, it's he's talking about what's his name, Vigilant Crit Mario. It's the one with Mario going to rehab. Watch and I talked about how Christian it was of Brett to just literally shit on somebody who's having definite problems and their struggles getting through it, no matter what you might think of the person. Maybe a scam, I don't fucking know, but leave it to Brett to just shit on it and make it about himself. Crap on the guy for asking for money because the guy might have a drug problem or sex problem, and then whilst laying on his bed, too lazy to fucking even sit up, right? You got to admit that, Geek Room. If you're going to do a video, right? And like I said, that's why I'm never, I'm in pain. I hurt like a motherfucker, but I am also very highly medicated. And I'm stoned. And I got coffee going on, and I just like to get out here sometimes and talk. Fuck my pain. I do it because, hey, I like to. But, if you're going to do it, right, At least have the courtesy to, sit up in a chair, right? Even if it's a crappy chair like I got, right? You know, um, uh, but at least sit up and not just like lay there like that fat fucking manatee with whatever. I mean, because to me that just shit. And then tell people to support you, right? While shitting on other people that might legitimately, and I just, but yeah, you should definitely check it out. It just, and then the whole idea of um, uh, Vaughn being a complete idiot, going all anti-Sandy Hook again, and claiming that pagans and theists shouldn't talk to atheists because behind their backs, all we do is laugh at them. And I thought I proved that that's not necessarily true. I mean, we make fun of people's beliefs. I make fun of things. People make fun of brands fucking Amish fucking beer, right? I saw that. I mean, people make fun of random things, right? Um, but anyway, oh shit. I'm taking one for the team today because I'm really in that mood. I'm on some brownies and just feel like talking, having a good time, But yeah, but it's the one thing I didn't realize that for a long time because his Brett's videos were either really dark or miscolored or he just wasn't on camera. But if you know it, then you see it. It's like motherfucker is too lazy, right? Seriously, too fucking lazy to sit in a fucking chair, right? I mean, you let the stand, right? But literally too fucking lazy, right? Just sit up in a chair, right? Take one for the team. Time to make a video, right? And sit up in a chair, right? And hey, even if you gotta take a break, I mean, God, I'm sitting there. My ass hurts. My fucking back hurts. My shoulders hurt. My fucking neck hurts. I'm also very highly medicated, so I really don't give a fuck right now. But I just it amazes me how condescending and self-loathing and and Vaughn's. I got a screenshot of Vaughn up there just looking just angry, like his life sucks and he fucking knows it. You know what I'm saying? And that's gotta really suck, right? When your life sucks, right? And you fucking know it, right? That realization that must just over fucking whelm you, right? You know what? You're fucked, right? That must be overwhelming him. And I guess that's why he's angry. I mean, everybody's, I mean, my life doesn't turn out the greatest. I do what I can. I try to have a good time. Right now, I'm enjoying my life with brownies while I'm in pain, you know? I try different things, I try to make the best of what I have, right? And I think most people are like that, you know? Vaughn thinks that everybody that is a troll, right? All these people have tons of money, right? And some do. I mean, I've heard that Paulie's Custom is once he's taken care of himself really well and has invested really well and does very well for himself. Other people that Vaughn would consider rich are just regular people, right? Or people that aren't rich, or a lot of people are somewhat in the same boat financially that aren't very well off and stuff. But I mean, you can tell Vaughn thinks $2,000 a month is a lot of fucking money. I mean, it's pretty much what he said a while back, and $2,000 a month is not a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So he has this perception that all these people are rich, and that if somebody's not rich, right, then um, they're either a government shill, or if they are a government shill, that's why they're rich, you know. Um, or if they're not rich and they get any type of assistance or any type of on any type of program or benefit or something, that somehow they're on the dole, right? That's his quick. That's Vaughn's first quick go to, right? Especially if it's something that he doesn't qualify for, right? Or he got turned down for, you know. Um, and then he's for smaller government. But if it's a piece of government that you can get a piece of pie for, right? Get him some food stamps, right? Get himself him some disability, right? You know, called socialism, Vaughn. Um, you know, extra money for Jerry, you know, or a check, or as Vaughn calls it, assistance. Um, you know, those are okay. You know, that government. Well, that's not too small government, because Vaughn gets something out of it, right? But it boggles my mind that, especially after the first couple fucking hangouts he did, that they haven't like turned him off the internet. I mean, I'm not going to do it. You know, I don't think people should, but I mean, I don't really care. You know, because Vaughn's become like a parody of himself. Like every video, he has to mention his life being ruined, two marriages being destroyed by the trolls and haters, and his kids getting abused under foster care. Apparently, they ended up somewhere near Indiana. Apparently, ever recently, at one time, and that Jerry has fucking night tremors and shit. And well, Jerry's probably does that for a number of different reasons, maybe. But anyway, that's one's proof. Um, he thinks that let me see, he's got to bring up Muslims, right? The fact that all these, Iowa's fallen, of all the states, Iowa, potato farm. When I think of Iowa, I don't think of potatoes. I think more in the line of corn, you know. But, Vaughn seems to equate Iowa with potatoes. I would have thought potatoes, Idaho, more because, famous for potatoes. That's pretty much used to be on their license plates, at least. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, Iowa's fallen to Islam, and Michigan's got the biggest fucking mosque in the world, or in the country, and now Texas is fallen to Islam. I mean, he's literally every fucking video Von Helton does, right? And that's why mine all sound alike, right? Is because it's pretty much the same thing over and over, reiterating the fact that he just repeats himself, because every video has. I think there's like a something there'll be an article or something that triggers Vaughn, right, to do a video, right, and I was right video, which now I guess there's 42, and there's got to be something in there that's got to trigger, right, to make that video, right? And now, whatever that video is, right, he'll talk about that in the beginning, right? And then he'll start inserting Muslims and Somali terrorists and haters and trolls. The fact that his marriage was destroyed, both marriages, his kids were abused under foster care. Jerry gets the shakes at night, the night tremors or night shakes or whatever, because of the trolls and the haters. Andrea was driven crazy by the fucking trolls, haters, naysayers. She doesn't really have a kid. Um, she thinks her, the whole. I mean, there's almost a checklist of what Vaughn goes through in his head with every fucking video, right? And sometimes, oh, who's this? Here, Ostension. Look, First of all, I can't pronounce that. I think you should like pull the name out a little bit and explain the name to me a little, like little pauses. You know how you is it Ostiensen? Is it, how do you pronounce that? I mean, can you because you know I would hate to butcher somebody's name. I mean, that would break my heart if I was to butcher. Uh, that would break my heart if I was to butcher somebody's name. You know, it really would. You know, so if your name is hard to pronounce, I would appreciate it if you would like help me with a little bit of pronunciations, because the last thing I'd like to do is like offend anybody. That's just not in my nature. I need to get a drink. This coffee's just about done. I wish my cat was awake. We're having thumbs attached to my cat, so my cat will be able to use the Keurig machine to make my coffee. Anyway, but your heart's broken too. Oh, hey, Geek Room, pure, hey, pure, LOL. I hope that's a compliment, because I don't know if I can take any more criticism this morning. You know, oh, goodness sakes. But no, you know, we're watching this video, you know, and the whole idea that, oh, he's coughing. It sounds like me. He's got to ask, why are you hanging out with people like that? Why are you hanging out with people that are secret? Think you're a lunatic. Look, now let me ask you, you getting brownie points? No. You getting brownie points? No, but I got brownies. Atheists want to turn this into a communist hellhole where you get marched to a fucking gulag or an insane asylum, and they're gonna pump you full of fucking drugs, motherfuckers. He's kept quiet about it. He's noticed. They don't go to a pagan hangout. Well, see, that's not true. They have pagan hangouts. There's a pagan community, right? Why don't you hang out with Vaughn? Why don't you want to come talk to Vaughn? He's a pagan. They're in the atheist hangout, man. They're being oh my God, they're being mind washed, right? This is fucking. Oh, wait a minute. Atheists have that agenda, remember? Oh, yeah, we just had an election. Yep, we almost got our secular utopia. Stalinistic type communist states. Yeah. Hail fucking Satan. Yeah. Oh shit, he's got shit that I gold. Before the election between Trump and Hillary. Vaughn was okay. Now this is another thing. Vaughn was given visions, right, and access, right. See, this is where I go again into the fact that I think Vaughn might be getting at least some audio hallucinations, because the way he describes. Like I said, I am no professional, although I do have some community college behind me. I do believe, in my professional opinion, maybe, possibly, that Vaughn might be having some audio hallucinations in the way he describes how he receives these messages and the description of how, not just, you know, the gods told me, but he specifically, if you listen to the way a lot of time, you know, say it comes across, you know, I have a strange feeling Vaughn might be hearing some shit, right? Which might not necessarily mean he needs to go to the psychiatric ward, right? But might be in some need of some really good fucking medication. Maybe not. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Free speech, remember? By the way, this is not in any way, shape, or form a hate hangout. A hate. We will not tolerate hate in this hangout. We do not tolerate hate. We do not make hate videos, right? Ladies and gentlemen, once again, like I've said in the beginning of this, and we have not pushed our agenda in any way, shape, or form. But yes, we do have an agenda, ladies and gentlemen. We do have an agenda. There's 6 people apparently watching right now. We have an agenda. It is Pledge Week here at the Fun Brigade. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is Pledge Week here at the Fun Brigade. The only way very simple, very simple. No money, no cash, no Bitcoin, no PayPal. Of course, if you want to give to my PayPal, then I can give you a link somewhere along the line. But I'll even put that out there. This is absolutely free membership. The only thing you need to do is put hashtag Fun Brigade in the side chat. You're automatically signed up and you're in the Fun Brigade. Because we here at the Fun Brigade, we just like to have fun and we like to have everybody join in the fun here at the Fun Brigade. So without any more ado, not Mountain Dew, but I can bid you adieu. Yeah, not that fucking high. Anyway, and then there's Fawn's Mountain Dew. Wonders why he's this middle-aged spread. I remember that video. God damn, that was funny as fuck. So, middle-aged spread. Doctor says, they can't understand what it just happens. Nothing they can do about it. Middle-aged spread, And then he pounds on that fucking spaghetti today, right? And, sucks down a Mountain Dew and microwave spaghetti. I still can't get over that. Yeah, I want to get pumped up full of drugs too, I mean, every time I go to the doctor right now, I am not into pain medication, but I will take all the fucking pain medication I can get right now, at least for a while, or anything to like numb pain because I'm in pain. But I mean, I'm not a fan of like pain pills, and but anyway, because a lot of them don't work; they just get you fucked up. But anyway, let's keep going. And let's like I said, join the Fun Brigade. Just push up hashtag Fun Brigade. I'm not seeing anybody putting in hashtag Fun Brigade or Fun Brigade, and that's really makes me sad. I don't know if I can go on any longer, but I shall. Anyway, yeah, if Hillary had won, there'd be these big blue walls. The overarching theme to these visions that Vaughn has. Big blue walls. Yeah. And he shows these walls. They're like for crowd control. I've seen him. You've seen him in places, right? Police do them for barricades, and everything, And for somebody that sees these fucking walls, right? And somebody that wants to build a fucking wall and thinks we should build a fucking wall and all this crap, and he sure doesn't like these fucking blue walls. Maybe because they're blue. I don't know. He likes red and black. That could be it. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, see. Yeah, he tried to blow it off. But, yeah. He was just having nightmares. But no, it was a vision from the gods, ladies and gentlemen. Vision from the gods. They were actual visions. He wouldn't lie to you of what would happen if Hillary would have won. She would have erected. Yep. Black uniforms, black helmets, and electric shock batons. Just shocking fucking people all willy-nilly just to get a loaf of bread. Yeah. Just like Stalin's communist. Stalin's Russia, no difference. You're shown these. Oh my God. Good gods can't let that be. Thank the gods that did not happen. Oh, not so fast. Uh-oh, look at this. What? What's he gonna pull up? What the fuck? Oh my god, specifically designed portable steel walls used by Ankara police on May Day. Yeah, oh shit. It's for fucking crowd control and shit. You know, and for fuck, you know, he makes it sound like this is like the fucking Great Wall of China or the Berlin Wall, right? Yeah, you see all the mass panic along the people walking, you know. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Yeah, they could have these things up quick. Yep. Yep. Blue fencing. Just like in Half-Life 2. Once again, another fucking movie or comic book or yeah. Escape from New York. Remember that movie? Escape from Los Angeles. You know these. Lon's either really fucking trolling people for his whole life, or he's really this fucking stupid. You know. You can see him now because Hillary never became president. They have him, you know, and Hillary never became president. So that's bullshit. Holy fuck. These atheists, we would have been cheering the blue walls on. Go blue walls, go blue walls. Fuck. Yeah. See, now he's going to defy any atheist to come in here and call bullshit or say no. No, I've heard too many atheists talk about this. Too many of them talk. You atheists better keep your mouth shut. Oh, they think nobody's listening. Vaughn's listening to you atheists. When they think nobody's listening, he's going to quote somebody. Yeah, Von Helton is watching you atheists, man. He is on the fucking prowl. He is just holy fuck. Hi, Christina. How you doing? I'm just talking about everybody's favorite fucking pagan. I'm on. If you just joined, I'm on brownies right now. And oh yeah, he's gonna. They were just going on. Yeah, Hillary and all. Oh, Karl Marx was a wonderful guy, you know. And what you know. The thing is, when you get people that are talking about philosophies, right? Like people that have been to college that have to take certain courses, right? You learn about world governments, you know, people who were in, you know, I mean, history. You learn about different philosophies. You know, there are discussion groups, there are classes, there are lectures. Fuck C-SPAN. Go on the internet, right? You can YouTube, literally any type question about, you know, discussions about Marxism or communism, not by, you know, people holding up signs going, you know, Workers' Party and all that shit, but legitimate discussions about the philosophy or the whatever, right? And I don't think Vaughn's ever actually seen one of those or understands what that really is. You know, people having a discussion or mentioning the word Karl Marx or the fact that something in some philosophy was an idea that worked, that didn't, or that were overblown. The idea of something. There's a lot of different reasons, right? And you know, Vaughn thinks that if you mention Karl Marx or you think a certain way, that automatically you're really into Karl Marx and stuff. But anyway, I couldn't believe it, man. Hey, fuck, yep. Yep. We were just talking about how wonderful Karl Marx is, man. Hail Satan, I guess. Who the fuck refers to him as that evil Von Helton guy? I still want to know that. I really do. I have never heard anybody ever refer to him as that evil Von Helton guy. The Gummisher, Stinky, but never that evil Von Helton guy. Yeah, Trojan haters. Give me a break, man. Don't stop picking on Irv. There he goes, sucking down some more Mountain Dew. Crazy, crazy shit. Like you said. Blue walls, man. Yeah, they got forklifts. Kind of like the same way they put Jersey walls up when there's like construction, you know, or you know what I'm saying. Like picking his nose. Uh-oh. Good thing Vaughn still has his religious freedom. Yeah. Yeah, you pagans and theists just about lost your rights. Religious freedom is the absolute best right. America was founded as a secular. It's actually not the bedrock of. That's the thing. It's not the bedrock of this country. I mean, it's part of our government, right? It's not, and the fact that some of our founding fathers may or may not have been a theist in the way people think of theists these days or whatever has literally nothing to do with anything. Because we know how Vaughn likes to shit on fucking real historical shit, Uh, but we can't even go that far ahead. We're just, I mean, fuck me. The older this guy gets, man, the dumber he gets. I mean, he buckles down, right? He's not right. Literally everybody else is wrong. He'll even fucking, I mean, he's an equal to opportunity shitter, man. He'll even call Trump now when he thinks Trump doesn't fucking listen to him or some shit, But ladies and gentlemen, you just can't make this shit up. Strange bedfellows. I think Mr. His Own Life has a version of some of Vaughn's. So I would maybe check out Mr. His Own Life's channel. And but yeah, it's goofy fucking crazy. I mean, whatever is good is bad, and whatever is bad is good. It's like just total opposite, right? Parallel universe, if you will. Maybe it's a Mandela effect. Maybe Vaughn is literally in a different time warp, than literally everybody else, and he's just communicating, broadcasting somewhere that we just don't know about in Kentucky. Like I said, I'm just celebrating Easter with Easter candy. It's pretty much, yeah. Geek Room, you're right. He pwned all the atheists, man. Christina, I think he's probably seen that proof of God. I think King Cockadux. Well, I don't know if he's his Vaughn's view on physics. Oh shit. Now, mind you, I had to use spell. I know enough about physics, right? Because when I tried to spell physics, spell check corrected me because I wasn't even spelling that correctly. That's how much I know about physics. Okay, and I think honestly, that's pretty much as most people know about physics. If you think about it, right? There are people. I mean, if I watched a show one time where these physicists were talking, and pretty much it was like a continuation of what ifs and numbers. and just infinite what ifs and possibilities, you know. You accept Ocean's omnipotent beard? Well, that's a plus. But I've got Von Helton staring at me right there. Holy fuck, he's got that. Now, okay, Geek Room, you're in here. I want to ask you a question, right? Honestly, do you think Von Helton's mustache is up that high over his upper lip on purpose, or you just think he can't grow a mustache? I mean, we already know he can't. His chin shit is you know. Now I know Christina. I'm not supposed to be making personal attacks, but you know, he told me that he's made some pretty personal attacks in this video. He claims that I want all you fucking theists and pagans and everything in fucking gulags or being pumped full of drugs. So I think this is just more of a response. Yeah, he can't grow. I think and that's that's what I figured, because I've noticed that for a while. Because I know a guy that had a mustache years ago, right? And he got busted in the lip, right? Had a scar there. He couldn't grow a mustache anymore. He stopped because he just looked stupid. Essential heritage. I can't wait till he decides what he wants to do with that shit in the front. I mean, because with a couple of guys that a group that has like manly beards, right? Wolfie's got that big beard, right? And then Brand's got that like Amish thing going on down here, or kind of young Amish man, or however you want to describe it. And the other guy, I think he's bearded too. But guys that into facial hair and have a certain style. Just their thoughts. Ocean has a beard of a god. Is that the other guy on Geek Room? Or anyway, we're getting so off topic here. We got to here to talk about, hey, this was not a secular nation. It was never a. They're blowing smoke up our ass, ladies and gentlemen. This was a Christian nation founded on Christian values. Oh, another pagan YouTuber. Uh-huh. The Muslims declared war on us in 1776. Yank. Absolutely. The Barbary pirates. Now, if you look at the Treaty of Tripoli, I know people have done this before. They've never taken away. And then he's going to, fuck me. The Treaty of Tripoli, right? Okay, if you want to look up the Treaty of Tripoli, please do, right? I'm not going to explain it to you because I'll fuck it up, because, explaining things isn't exactly my forte. But the fact that Vaughn thinks that the war has been continued since 1776 because of some fatwa or some shit, hasn't been revoked by some cleric or some shit, right? Which he's going to get into. Is tantamount, never been removed. He's fucking retarded. It got his curiosity up to why. Uh-huh. Yeah. He can't understand what. Christina, don't hang out with me. I secretly want you in a gulag. It's a trick. Yeah, he's got solid proof that we all want theists in fucking gulags and stuff. Yeah, the atheists over on about.com making fun of fucking Christians, and they want your happy ass. Atheists want all theists in jail or a mental institution. He remembers correctly. Cult of Dusty. He even brought up Cult of Dusty, right? Well, you know, when Cult of Dusty, I think when he was talking about that, which I don't even know if I think I'm subscribed. I don't know. I mean, everything gets so fucking political now. You can't just make fun of religion or make fun of, you know. Anyway, because everybody has to get political and shit, and then it kind of waters down, you know. Anyway, but you know how people really think. But I think Cult of Dusty did something like that. I think it might have been. I'm not sure, but back when a lot of these fundy House of Representatives or state legislators thought that if you rounded up all the gay people, you know, and put them in a fence, right, and just fed them, right, and they never could escape, so they couldn't have sex, that gay people wouldn't exist anymore. Just lock them up and put them in a you know, and so that was kind of a response. That was back in them times, you know, when you know, they thought that you could get rid of homosexuality by just you know, putting them all behind a big fence and, you know, feeding them and letting them die off, so that all the gay people in the world would be gone, you know. So yeah, that was pretty much, you know. But anyway, yeah, yeah, he's not the only one. Who else is again? All of them. Yeah, we all think they should be in gulags. I've I don't I don't know any atheists. Now there are some, right, that think just because you think of something that you belong in a mental institution. I don't know very many people that are that stupid to actually think that or say that, right? And joking, sure, right? Oh, you believe that? You're crazy, you know, and enter subject of whatever matter you want. But I don't know anybody that literally thinks that atheists think, right? And I could be wrong. I don't fucking know, right? Uh, Christina, are you flirting with people with a Red Bull can again? Are you, you know, and you're probably at work too. Oh my God. See, you've been hanging out with atheists, Christina. Now you're squeezing Red Bull cans between your boobs. That's not very, you know, whatever. Wait for it. Snyder, how you doing? We're just talking about how stupid fucking Von Helton is, Snyder. Um, just fun shit, you know. Just the fact that you know, I was watching his "I Was Right" video again. He did this morning, right? That came on early. That's what really fucking got me. You know, I mean, let's check that out. I mean, we've already found out that all the atheists want everybody um, that believes in literally anything to be thrown in a gulag or maybe pumped full of drugs and till they drool. But let's see. Come on, because we don't believe in a higher power. Okay, I was right. 42. This is fuck. We're gonna get into this for a little bit. This is. Oh yeah, you saw the fucking yeah. Here we go with this. I was right. 42. Put up 42. Oh, 5 hours ago. He's already got 76 views. Schneider, you saw that spaghetti he was eating? Fuck me. Microwave spaghetti, because when you're too fucking lazy to boil water and heat up some ragu and maybe doctor up a little bit, you know, with some meatballs or something, because that would be hard. But micro, you know, that is fucking crazy as shit. I was right 42. Now, like I said, you know, I can neither confirm nor deny that none of these video clips that I'm talking about aren't already on my hard drive, but Not really sure if Stinky's really into the old flag thing lately. He's been hinting on it and everything, but you know what? Yeah, watching him eat that spaghetti, he thinks that it drives the trolls crazy, right? He thinks that we're offended by the fact that how dare him eat on camera, which is not the truth, in my opinion. I mean, I don't eating on camera. Well, yeah, you choose to eat your food on camera, when you're supposed to be doing something. But first of all, I mean, that's pretty stupid. But I mean, some people do, right? Some people enjoy themselves. They have a snack. Right now, it's balls to the walls, ladies and gentlemen, because we're gonna have one more fucking brownie. Okay. Like I said, these fucking brownies are awesome. And if you notice, oh my coffee. Um, Mrs. Lobster's in the other room. I'm not gonna yell. The door's closed. My cat's not in here, so he can't get my coffee. But I've got some juice. It's kind of a back end thing. But whilst eating, sometimes if you need to make a noise, you cover your mouth, you chew with your mouth closed, as best you can. I mean, because eating in front of people, you know, can be a bit disturbing. Sometimes it's necessary to prove a point. Like, it's not necessary to slap your gums. Um, just because you have like this brownie, it's not a giant brownie. It's a nice sized brownie. Lots of calories. I'm sure. Oh my god, I'm gonna feel this in my hips tomorrow. You know. But you know, making small bites. Enjoying it because it does taste good. Quality brownie. You know, chocolate or fudge and peanut butter. I don't think and even if this was box brownie mix is pretty fucking good these days. It's not that old crap. But I'm trying to prove a point. There's a lesson here. Well, lobster, what's the lesson? We just shut up and fucking tell us? Well, basically, sometimes it's necessary or whatever to consume food, you know, beverages, candy, whatever, on camera. And not always, but when necessary or when appropriate. Um, we we try to do it as politely and as I don't know. Uh, well, we try to enjoy ourselves, make it look like we're actually without slamming it down. And I mean, I could have taken this fucking brownie and just shoved it in my mouth and gone, fuck it all, all this shit. But I also wanted to enjoy that brownie. And the way I consumed it, I thought that maybe I was perceiving that, hey, it's like he's really enjoying that fucking brownie. And I was enjoying that fucking brownie. And I thought, well, was Vaughn really enjoying his food? Is that how he enjoys eating? Is that how he presents himself? I guess it is. And that's sad. Um, Spray cream. What's spray cream? Is that like whipped cream? There's always time for a whipped cream. You know. Who hasn't done a whip it just for fucks? Well, in the next 20 to 30 minutes, this might be entertaining as fuck. We just consumed quite a bit of brownie. Pretty potent. It's my second brownie I've had this morning. And we're just seeing which way the wind blows. So we're gonna oh shit. Shit. Fuck. We're going to turn on I Was Right. He's back again, ladies and gentlemen. I Was Right 42. Can you hear that? Can you hear that in the background? Vaughn wants to be accurate, not inaccurate.
Yep, it is. Sure enough, I was right.
Number 42, I was right. Fuck, that's a loud goddamn video. Yeah, 42 comes after 41.
I was right, 42.
Yep.
And it's rather disheartening.
It's disheartening.
I'm literally watching my
okay, everybody go to I Was Right number 42 and follow along follow along because this is a really sad video we're going to discuss. A lot of fun in there. And if you want to go, I mean, a lot of people are going to watch it anyway, but, go to I Was Right 42 and maybe follow along, And if I ever learn to use OBS, Geek Room, I have thrown out feelers. I've asked you to help me. Somebody actually did help me, and then I fucked it up because I tried to do something else and shit. And one time I did a thing, and then it wasn't live, and it just was a fucking mess. And so we here at the Fun Brigade, we like I said, we're not too bright, but once we get going, we're fine, right? It's just getting that stop. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of repetition, right? Yeah, I'm not a tech guy. I need to be shown a bit and be shown a few times and have somebody go, "Oh fuck, I told you," Anyway, just how I learn, right? Anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, Islam is taking over state by state. Texas has just fallen to Islam, ladies and gentlemen. Texas, the state of Texas. Just last week. Just last week.
I reported that Islam was the Texas.
Yep. Vaughn reported it last week. He said last week that the state of Texas was going to be taken over by Islam, and God damn it, the state of Texas has been overtaken by Islam, just like Michigan and Iowa, right? Because when you think of Iowa, you think of potatoes. Vaughn actually said that. Texas is falling. Head for the hills. It's, my God, you are full of shit. Texas will never fall to Islam. Vaughn's showing us a picture, and this is funny too. Vaughn's, yeah, they're having a Texas Capital Day, Muslim Day or some shit, right? To celebrate diversity, right? And Vaughn takes that as, Muslims, Texas has bowed their knee to Islam and shit, right? Where, like when you talk about religious freedom, well, Islam isn't a religion, it's a 7th century death cult or whatever the fuck, right? Well, I mean, Christianity is a goddamn death cult too. It's a religion. Abrahamic religions are based on blood sacrifices and zombies, and there's a lot of weird fucking goofy shit. And the Bible tells you to do some pretty creepy fucking shit too, but Muslims are commanded, because I guess Christians aren't, or whatever the fuck, I don't know. But they have, Happy Muslim Day. Everybody's trying to assimilate these days. Get the fuck along, because not all Muslims are fucking terrorists, right? But Vaughn seems to think that it's all been infiltrated, that we've got, secret militant Muslims in Congress, and I'm sure fucking Trump even has, Trump's got that Saudi Arabia shit going on. So anyway, it just, it's like the blue wall thing, it's like, it's a blue wall, right? So if this would have been Hillary, this is what would have happened, and thank God Hillary didn't elect it, or we'd be seeing this. If Hillary would have, not realizing that, those things really existed because Hillary never got elected. So they still exist, right? I mean, not for what Vaughn seems to think they're, death camps and shit like that, but fuck. But yeah, you have a Muslim Day, they have Catholic Day out here, and goodness knows we know what the Catholic Church is famous for. Does that mean it's whatever? But yeah, this is the kind of shit that he thinks. Yeah, Christina, you need to put a hijab on. I'm thinking about putting a towel on my head one day, but then somebody's gonna think I'm somehow Islamophobic or some crap like that. But it would be funny as shit. I think it would be. I mean, I've already been called, and I think everybody in here has been considered a domestic terrorist. We all have bowed our knees to Islam. At least one knee. Some of us have basically, literally bowed both our fucking knees to Islam. We just don't understand. We just don't know it. Sharia law is coming. They talk about, a lot of fundies. They talk about Sharia law, right? Not realizing, I guess, that what Sharia law is pretty much, in a lot of ways, except for maybe the way they cut their fucking food up or some shit. I don't fucking know. In a lot of ways, that has so much to do with what a lot of these fucking fundies want to put in this country, right? God's law, biblical, literal biblical shit, that country now recently just, for being gay, you get stoned to death, boom, right? Back to the fucking Middle Ages, right? You got people in this country that want the same fucking thing, right? They won't tell you that because they want to get reelected. But if you watch them, in on certain shows and stuff, like on these fundy podcasts, and my ass hurts. On these funny podcasts, they talk like that, they and just the pure bullshit that comes out of their mouth it's alarming, but people fucking believe that shit, um and for Vaughn to claim that the reason he doesn't understand why people don't follow him more or something, because he's warning people about all this, or why people don't listen to him anymore, is because literally, no matter what I mean, he's been kicked out of the pagan community, from what I understand, because he's such an asshole, right? Or people won't have anything to do with him, because if you don't have Vaughn's version of something, right, or ascribe to something that Vaughn thinks, or her, or whoever the fuck, I can't wait for Father Judgment or Snyder to come up with that genealogy video about Von Helden's Cherokee heritage, because that's going to be funny as fuck. And then Vaughn's going to claim that somehow Ancestry.com is fake or fraud or some shit, when he doesn't even understand how the fucking, in order to get your results, you have to actually join, and stuff. And oh, it's going to be out tonight. Oh, I can't wait. I saw, I actually got some others were a little privy to some clippets of what's going to be in that. And Father Judgment has done a bang, for We all know Father Judgment as the local assistant manager at the Ku Klux Klan down at the strip mall. But he's got so many other talents as well. He's an author. He's been in the studio editing, doing a lot of research. I guess you'd call him a professional genealogy kind of whiz bang fucking enthusiast, if you will. Yeah, he'll claim everything's a lie and stuff like that. I love that name Shadrach though. When you show the name Shadrach, I'm like, that's a family name. You're glad that didn't carry on. You know what I mean? I don't know why we keep calling our kids this. It's just a fucking. It's a family name. We've always named one of our children Shadrach. Either his first or middle name was Shadrach. And then they wonder why the kid gets the shit kicked out of him every day at fucking school. Yeah, because you named your kid Shadrach. Back in those days, I'm sure Shadrach was a fucking awesome fucking name. Maybe I don't fucking know. But it's just amazing how Vaughn has.
Does that look like fucking exaggeration to you?
Does that look like an exaggeration? Fucking traitors. Yeah, all these people are traitors. So basically, Vaughn's calling everyone watching traitors because we don't get the same fucking idea that. Now, granted, I know there are parts of areas in this country and in other countries where there is a very heavy, militant, Muslim, type atmosphere. I mean, same with the Black Hebrew Israelites. There's type people. There are certain areas that um, have a certain demographic of people, and then local justice, whether it's your neighborhood, a lot of areas they take care of their own fucking crime, and that's true. If you go into a lot of cities, if something happens, people in the neighborhood a lot of times will take care of it, right? Call it vigilante justice or nothing, but because a bunch of Muslims, and as crazy as it is, I mean, it's in every fucking well, not maybe to that extent, but people try to patrol their own communities, and when you've got a bunch of great militant Muslims in the area, they're gonna have Muslim gangs running around and shit. I mean, but yeah. So yeah, they're there to take all over the world. A bunch of and they're doing such a good job in these cities because everybody's just joining Islam over it. Okay, hey, will you do me a favor? Would you make? Oh fuck! Oh shit! Make me a cup of coffee. That would be awesome. I understand that, and you also understand that I am live on the air right now. That's Mrs. Lobster in the background. You hear Bozo's here. Charlotte Snyder, the handyman's here. Mrs. Lobster just said hi. She's leaving to take care of a couple things, and hopefully, yeah. But before she leaves, she's gonna make me a cup of coffee. Anyway, yeah, Shad was happy. But yeah, it's just amazing how he just hey, Bozo said hi. And Christina said hi, Mrs. Lobster. Snyder said hi. She's over waving. She's making my coffee. Well, it's a Keurig machine. It's in the other room. But we're just, and somebody told me, he says, yeah, you should get a bigger coffee cup, And it's like, nah, I don't want tons of coffee because I can always get more, And I think everybody will agree, if you've got a wife or a girlfriend, or I don't know, literally anybody else in the house, they always make the best coffee. It's kind of like, what somebody anyway, as long as they make it the way you want it, which I'm not picky. I'll take it black. I'll take it with cream. However somebody makes my coffee, I really don't give a shit. Because it's coffee. But anyway, Mudbrucker wants you to make him a cup of coffee too. Well, okay. I figured Mudbrucker for more of a amp stove percolator kind of coffee guy than that sissified pod coffee like I drink. Because, anyway, we're in a slight intermission here because I need to refuel chest a little bit. I hope you enjoyed my little tutorial on how to eat on camera without like slapping your gums. Because when he eats, like I said, he doesn't understand that it doesn't like piss people off, right? Sure, it's disgusting, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. But eating like that in front of people, right? And like I said, sometimes you have to eat in front of people, right? It's how you present yourself. How are you gonna as tastefully as possible? Like who hasn't been like you go to a luncheon, right? And I mean, in real life, a bunch of people they go to a luncheon, and everybody's eating, right? And for some people, oh my goodness, thank you so much. The lid is on proper. You are a saint. Why? I'm crippled right now. I am a physical wreck. I'm in pain, but I'm medicated. Mrs. Lobster is a wonderful woman. She puts up with all my shit. We both put up with each other. But I forgot she had to go out this morning, which means she'll probably go to the store and bring home some stuff. And usually we live on the third floor, and usually we go down and help each other bring. But steps aren't really my friend right now. With just anyway. But we're not talking about that. We've got coffee back, and it's a good thing about these, these styrofoam cups. I bought this earlier this morning when I went out. Actually had to get a newspaper. That's literally why I went out. I know I can get it online, but it was an article I wanted to actually have a copy of, well, Snyder, you have a wonderful time in the shower. I hope everything is wonderful for you in the shower, and get to work, get some work. And you're gonna send me a message. Okay, that's a beautiful message. That's a wonderful thought. You thought of us, and we thank you so much. Anyway, watching Vaughn's latest shit, right? Oh, I think I just got a message from somebody. But let me see. We've got so much technology here. If I could actually like consolidate like a lot of what I have would be, oh my god. I want to show you this. This is so beautiful. I don't think I'm doxing anybody, but this is so beautiful. It's a picture of Vaughn eating spaghetti, eating those noodles with a spoon, just shoving them in his fucking mouth. You see? I can't really tell. Well, that's just horrible. One of these days, when I get things hooked up, I actually have lights. Not a great lighting system, but when I get off my lazy ass, probably when I feel better, I'm gonna do some more stuff in here. Got lights to shut up and everything. But oh yes, Snyder needs to have a shower cam link up. You know what I mean? We all want to see. We want to all see We also want to see Snyder the handyman in the shower with his tool belt on. Fun times for all. Anyway, okay. I guess intermission's over. It's time for more quality fucking professional entertainment.
That this shit was coming. Everybody laughed at me.
Everybody laughed at Vaughn.
Called me every name in the book.
We call Vaughn every name in the book, but we don't call him evil. That's too fucking bad because he's still right, man. So he made a right was right video. Oh, so apparently Texas has not officially fallen to Islam. It's that fucking close to falling to Islam. Not doing jack shit. Not doing a damn thing. We're just letting Islam just come on in and take over. 42's coming up. We're gonna do it. Yeah, the thing about Texas, yeah, he let him slide. Yeah. He had all these Texans going, Vaughn, Texas will never fall to Islam. Never fall to Islam. Oh my goodness gracious. It's a race. Holy shit. Texas is going to have a bigger monster than the one in Michigan. Holy fuck. I'll be right back. Hold on. Sorry about that. We have a really weird smoke detector that, well, we need to change the battery, but it goes off sometimes. You know, it's kind of annoying. But anyway, let me get back in my seat and get comfortable. What was I doing? Anyway, yeah, Texas is falling to Islam, and so I hope everybody is really. I got a cold too, plus I breathe heavy. My health sucks, but you know what? I do the best I can. Gotta have a smile on my face every day, and just happy at my age I don't look like Vaughn. You know, you know, every once in a while I get a little bit of a wink or something like that. A little bit innocent flirtation is always nice, but you know, when somebody like Vaughn does it, just makes it creepy looking, you know. But anyway, once again, my favorite part, you know, people ask me, Lobster, how do you celebrate Easter? Well, pretty much the only way I celebrate Easter is my wife goes off to buy Easter candy and then feels guilty and then gives like 90% of it away. It's almost like Halloween. She found a sale on Easter candy and came home with it. So the next 2 days, everywhere we went, these bags of Easter candy. It's always nice to you. Well, our children don't get to eat sugar. Like, oh, fuck you, then. You know. But you know, we did keep some for the free here. It's kind of like Halloween. You know, we live on the 3rd floor, right? We don't get trick or treaters, right? But we buy Halloween candy, right? And end up dispersing it in you know, different ways. But no, Adam, it's not the pot. It's a very small apartment. technically it's a 2-bedroom, but the room I'm in, well, it's not the littlest room in the world, but it's meant to be more of a storage room, or but that's why I'm in here. But very small and touchy fucking alarms. One door's open and the wind blows. You could cook on the stove, right? Like if you fry food, or something. The little bit, the smallest amount of steam or smoke, and these fucking things go off, right? So yeah. Then I close the door where the alarm's at, and pretty much solves the problem until the cat opens the door, But oh no, man, you can get good Easter if you know where to shop. There's always a store that's got bags of fucking Easter candy on sale. I mean, okay, I'm told it's on sale. Okay, I don't actually buy it. It's the only time I ever eat candy is like Easter time and uh, Halloween. Okay, some around the holidays. But anyway, but
yeah, so look forward to that, Texas.
Yeah, Texas is falling to Islam. Yep.
And so yeah. So anyway, we're going to discuss this because it needs to be.
Yep, we're going to discuss Texas falling to Islam. Right under your nose. 90% of America doesn't even know it's. Yep. Yep. All your local, state, federal, they're just oh my God. Including Sharia law. We're having Sharia law. Now, to be quite honest with you, Sharia law has come to Rhode Island. Because there are grocery stores around here that sell meat that was processed according to Sharia law. So I guess Woonsocket, Rhode Island, has fallen to Islam. Hey, Geek Room. I guess I just found out that Texas has fallen to Islam, right? Because they're going to get the biggest. They had a Muslim day in Texas, and Texas has fallen to Islam, right? And and they've instituted Sharia law, and 90% of Americans don't even know what's going on underneath them right now. And then I was explaining that, well, maybe you came back a little earlier, that at local grocery stores around here, some of them you can buy meat that is been processed according to Sharia law, and which basically means, right, that I guess Woonsocket, Rhode Island, has succumbed to Islam, right? But I will not bow my knee to Islam. I will not. I say, you knew. Oh, fine then. Never mind what I just said. My bad. I just want to know what state is next. What's the next state after Texas, right? I mean, Texas. What's after Texas? I mean, I wonder if Utah will fall. I mean, there could be oh my God, can you imagine the religious clash if Islam and the Mormons got into it? If the Muslims decided to invade Utah, can you imagine the battles that would happen, right? The Mormon missionaries versus the more sadistic animalistic, barbaric, knife-wielding Muslims, the extremists. It'd be a fight. It'd be a definite battle. It'd be funny to watch. You know, I think, I wonder if they've ever had, I wonder if the Muslims actually go into fucking Utah. You know? That might be something fun to watch, right? But, you know, like I said, you know, even though we have fallen to Islam here, I will not bow my knee. No, not a bit.
I love it because certain individuals have Middle Eastern
A Middle Eastern religion. There are many Middle.
Why don't you just call it Islam?
Because there's no other Middle Eastern religions.
No, it's Islam.
I think he was actually, you know, I think Irv was actually referring to Christina Blackfeather at that point, because that's how she had, you know, when she was talking about paganism and stuff like that. So Vaughn's being a bit cryptic right now, you know, and that's really sad, you know. Next state, unconscious. Boom, boom, boom.
It's fake, okay? You know.
Calling a spade a spade. No, cloak and dagger. Cloak and dagger. I prefer like a top hat and a cane. He warned us about the Texas. Nobody believed Vaughn. We're going to discuss it. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I mean, the fun we've had so far. Just hanging out. But there's Sticky.
Hey, folks.
Ha ha ha.
I am
Eating spaghetti. One spaghetti. He's gonna consume it, slap his fucking gums, and suck it down like. The fuck? Because you farted. No, we don't. Yeah. Well, first of all, eating spaghetti like that, right? Now, I'm sure there's some people that can eat spaghetti with a spoon, like with SpaghettiOs, right? Or some shit, or you get the spaghetti fork and you get the spoon, you know, people that they twirl it and stuff. I get that, right? But when you pound the shit in your fucking mouth, right? And the spoon, he's not really using the spoon. The spoon is more of like a push thing, right? Where he just, he's not even using it like a spoon, you know? I mean, on camera. Like I said, you know, people eat in front of each, you know, you go to a luncheon and some people are a little uncomfortable eating in front of people and they try, but Vaughn just pounds that fucking shit. Yeah, no, I agree. Spaghetti in a can is okay. Spaghetti in a can, like chef. Okay, it's spaghetti, right? It's not. I mean, technically, okay, but it's not spaghetti, right? So, I mean, we all know the difference between Chef Boyardee and Schwann's, you know, than, you know, like actually cooking pasta and spoons are not shovels. Yeah, that's what he's fucking using it for, right? And if you've ever been to a dinner or a luncheon, where there's a bunch of people and part of the meeting is or even at a restaurant, even I've been in fine dining restaurants before. This has happened, or in a buffet, or wherever you go, right? Just maybe a little diner. You'll see somebody that what they do to their food, right, as they're putting it in their mouth is almost criminal because it's so disgusting, right? Not that you have to have the perfect manners or etiquette when you eat, but don't act like. But having some sort of okay, well, not eating like Vaughn does, right? And just shoving it and slapping gums and pounding it and using your spoon as a fucking shovel instead of But anyway, but yeah, it's funny. Got you nuts. It's funny. I love it when he does it because I'm sure Bozo can come up with something with spoons and spaghetti. He always does. I keep clips like that because they're funny. And if Vaughn thinks it drives me crazy, well, I don't care. He'll keep doing it. But yeah, I mean, bragging that you eat spaghetti with a spoon, a plastic spoon at that. So we know cutlery is important too. But yeah. Oh shit. I mean, it's funny as fuck. But he's slapping down that spaghetti like there's no fucking tomorrow, thinking he's poning the trolls, right? Thinking he's poning the trolls by the way he shoves gums spaghetti. It's an I write video. His lips are kind of red from the fucking spaghetti. Oh, he's right. There's not a damn thing we can do about it. Because he's going to pwn the trolls. He's going to pwn literally everybody, the entire world, right? Shock us all.
All right. So anyway, here's the deal. I told you, like I said, I told you the media source.
Texas is falling to Islam. Texas has fallen. Yeah. He was proven right. That big public event, the whole entire state of Texas. Oh my God.
I can't believe this is happening to Texas. I said, well, I warned you. What, how many months ago?
He's warned us. He's warned us about. No, you were warned that shit was coming. He's acting like there were tons of people, like communicating with him from Texas, and he's like warning people that Islam is coming to Texas, and if you look at this rally, right, that he's speaking about, how we all understand Texas is a very, 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 very large state, okay, and a lot of Texas, right, is different than other parts of Texas, right, in the terrain, the different cultures, right, that are predominant in certain areas, different regions have different ideas. It's Texas. It's a big fucking place. I mean, the only thing that they have in common is the fact that they're all Texans at times, right? The Islamic Republic of Texas, absolutely. A sausage gravy pizza. Oh, God. As a breakfast menu, that might sound like not a bad idea. Maybe with some scrambled eggs and some peppers and onions and maybe some anyway. But Texas is a large state, right? Now, if you look at the size of that, National Muslim Day or state, Texas Muslim Day or some shit, I've seen larger receptions from when like larger crowds at nightclubs, right, for a band. I've seen larger crowds like at the airport when like a team comes in, like like your team wins the game, they meet you at the airport. I've seen larger crowds for uh, uh, political rallies, right, in this state, which is the smallest fucking state in the union, right. Now in Texas, right, they can stick. So in this state, somebody might go, "Oh, that's a lot of fucking Muslims having Muslim Day," right? In Texas, those Texas don't give a fuck, right? The only ones that give a fuck are the ones that are like fundy Bible pumpers that think that, or people like Vaughn that think that this shit's fucking real and it's some kind of spiritual warfare and Islam is taking over the fucking world and shit. When in reality, most Muslims, the majority of them, just like the majority of Christians and other theists and shit, and pagans, right, live their everyday life the way they need to because they need to get along in society and they don't let their personal religious beliefs get in the way with daily life, right? That's how we survive in this society. But Vaughn's too stupid, too ignorant. He's been in that trailer for so fucking long in his little bubble fucking world that's nothing more than a comic book or a fucking movie, or a video game. He makes more references to fucking video games and movie titles than anybody I've ever fucking seen. I mean, it's fucking crazy, you know. Spewing out the bullshit, right? Is just uh, it's amazing,
It's happening in every state.
It's happening in every state.
Hear about it because your government officials.
I'm going to turn that off because I'm going to stop this in a little bit. But like I said, nobody gives a fuck, right? What somebody's personal religious belief is, right? And I think most people who are religious, for the most part, understand that, right? That's why they go to church, right? That's why they have little groups, right? Bible study groups and stuff. They do things and stuff. And, it's the same with Muslims, right? Or any other fucking religion or spiritual group, right? They have meetings. They have some sort of day of worship or some shit or church day or whatever, and there's usually Bible study or the study of whatever, doctrine they're fucking, or philosophy, whatever, right? They'll have their little Bible study day, once or twice a week and shit, right? But in their real fucking life, right, for the most part, they can put that aside, right? Because they understand that some people don't think like that, right? And and that's how society works, right? That's why this is not a Christian nation. This is not a religious fucking state, you know, um, and never was and should never be, right? These people they want God's law, right? We should have the Bible, It's like God's law. Which one? And we can go down the list of all the bullshit, all the commandments and shit. But that's the old covenant. There's a new covenant. Go through all that crap, But then whose version, right? Whose version of God's law in fucking Congress are we supposed to listen to? Some fucking fundy that doesn't understand science or give a fuck about somebody's personal fucking belief, that they don't believe like him because they personally think that's what God wants, you know? I mean, this is what we're talking about. People, uh, you know, this is why this wasn't a Christian nation. This is why our founding fathers, whatever the fuck, right? They made sure. That's why they put that thing in there that doesn't say anything about religious freedom. It says will not establish, the rest, state religion, because England did it. They found, Church of England. That was a big thing. But, you get back to this whole persecution complex, And, Vaughn loves to be persecuted. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm having a beautiful fucking, I really am. Apparently I've got 7 people watching. Bozo, Adam, Pure, Austin, Cian. What? I'm sorry if I butchered your name, sir. Stencian. I hope like I said before, I hope I did not butcher your name, sir. It is my wish that I did not butcher your name. But I mean, there's more of this fun shit, you know. It just it's amazing. The level of stupid at this point, willfully being stupid, because if he really, if Vaughn really wanted to know what was going on in the world, I don't think he would. I don't think Vaughn could actually comprehend reality if it bit him in the ass, you know. And a lot of people say that to people, you know, you wouldn't get that if it bit you in the ass. But I seriously, I don't think Vaughn could literally handle the world if he had to deal with reality, you know? Because I really think he's that stupid, you know? And I don't mean stupid as in, well, I mean stupid is just being plain stupid, willfully stupid, you know? And blaming people for literally everything in life. Like I said, to quote Vaughn, you know, when you get to be my age type stuff, you know, and things don't quite work out the way you thought they might, right? Which whose does, right? You included, right? You know, we need to accept our flaws. We need to take responsibility for things that we've done in our life that have gotten us into a situation that we are presently in. And, you know, sometimes that entails finding, you know, realizing a lot of things, you know, that, you know, things actually work differently, or you know, learning lessons the hard way. I mean, I think we've all, like I said, had to eat a few shit sandwiches in our life and had to say thank you, may I have some more, you know, and you know, so yeah, I get that, you know, and but blaming, and there, you know, there can be some blame, you know, besides oneself, you know, but I mean, some reasoning, you know, reasons behind, you know, there's always a backstory, you know, there's always extenuating circumstances. You don't know the whole truth, and that's often true. A lot of people, you know, they don't know everything that goes on, you know, and but still, you know, we when you get to a certain point, you're like, well, who really gives a fuck anyway? At this point, you start to go, you know, you do a little self analyzing and stuff, you know, and everything, and you know, it's like, yeah, it was pretty stupid, you know. Yeah, yeah, you know, and you realize things, and you learn a lot of life lessons, right? Sometimes you got to be told. Sometimes they're just realizations that pop in your head, and you go, "Oh, fuck, yeah." Um, but as you get older, you know, you start to have these, you know, uh, thoughts of wisdom, because God knows I'm not fucking wise or, you know, full of fucking good information when it comes to a lot of things. But I watch others that watch others. Yeah. Um, people, you know, people always want something. People, they want your approval. They want your validation. Some people do. Some people just want you to like them for literally whatever reason, as long as you like them. Some people have that need. You know, some people. Um, I mean, I don't care either way. You know, I mean, some people like me, and I like that and stuff, and I like having friends, but it's not what I live for. I don't know. I mean, Vaughn claims he's like warning the world, right? And literally the only thing that's ever done for him, right, is pretty much shit on everybody, right? People that even liked him, you know. I guess he likes being alone, or he likes to have trolls that troll trolls and that troll trolls and stuff, give him, you know, jerk off fucking comments that, make him feel better, you know, Brett King, or DJ Fat Boyopolis, the rolling pig with a mic. I mean, fuck. When he comes to for being a DJ, that DJ Oli Poly guy, whatever the fuck, Olympius or whatever. Fuck me, I have a spare tire that has more personality than that guy, right? And he fancies himself a fucking DJ. I mean, there's I never could understand that, right? um, he likes hanging out with older guys because you know um, younger people are so immature. You know that's why he likes to hang out with Vaughn, right? Fucking crazy fucking people. Anyway, Vaughn fills my people watching quota. I watch a lot of shit. Sorry. I only eat candy when it's in front of me. And my wife put candy in front of my desk this morning. Being sweet, being nice. And because I told her I was going to eat a brownie. I didn't tell her I was going to eat both of them, but I did. And she comes back and means I got to go get more brownies. But I love watching people, right? Von Helton is not the only person I watch on the internet. I watch like Fat Elvis, or Elvis Travels, whatever it is, other people. But it's just, and Fat Elvis is easy to have fun with, but Vaughn is just, I guess my bread and butter. It's just the one that I've always clung to. I mean, there's people that there's a lot of fucking crazy shit out there that you can make fun of. I mean, without being rude, without being nasty, I mean, at first I wasn't really rude and nasty to Vaughn. I just made fun of him, and then Vaughn decided to make it personal with me, which he doesn't respond to anymore. But because he blocked me, and that broke my heart. Broke my heart bad when I was blocked by Von Helton. It was all I could do to stop from breaking down and crying my eyes out. But he wouldn't be able to see my comments in the side chat. I was sad, but I did get over it really fast. Anyway, Vaughn is the breed standard of Lulz cow. Yeah, he is. I mean, he's always been around. This is like generation 3 of the people that are like into Vaughn, right? You had the people years ago that were into it. They got through it and stuff, and it's like it's like people. You're either into it or you're not. Some people are into it for a long time. Some people are into it for a while, and then they get tired of it and shit. Admittedly, sometimes I get tired of making fun of Vaughn. Then he makes another video, that claims that he's right, or all of us atheists, want all the Christians and pagans and gulags or mental institutions, pump drugs into them till they, drool out the side of their mouth. You know, the gods are taking care of Vaughn right now. Things are looking up for Irv. We know that. He's got that really flashy, cool. Of course, he considered it badass fucking twin goat scrotum, goat scrotum fucking mishmash going on down here, you know. Getting grayer than ever, crazier than ever, just as dumb as ever. But yet he continues. Thus shall the story continue. You know, it's just one of those things. I mean, people follow different people for different reasons, man. I mean, it should be it should call you a vonaholic. You know, I like reporting on it. I like having fun with it. You know, gotta make. It's kind of what brings us all together here at Lobster Ministries. You know, when me and Carl and Snaggletooth and the cat and the sloth, we all sit around the table and thinking of ideas for the show. We know that in the background, we always have Von Hilton lulls to look back on and all the fun we've shared. And that's why we've decided to, well, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it's Pledge Week here at the Fun Brigade. And what we need you to do right now, if you want to join the Fun Brigade, well, it's free of charge. No charge, no admission. We don't want anything from you. All we need is hashtag Fun Brigade in the side chat. Let's see how many Fun Brigade, so many members we can get to join the Fun Brigade today. It costs you absolutely nothing. You can participate. You can choose not to participate. But please, ladies and gentlemen, my phone is ringing again, and it's. I have no idea. I have no idea who this person is. What do I care? Let's see. It's rude when people call when you're busy. They didn't even leave a message. That was just darn stinky rude of them. That was just rude. Rude. Rude, I tell you. Oh, God. Anyway. Is what a tumor. You're looking at my man chest? You can send diapers used? Well, absolutely. Why not? We can, that way we can send kind of care packages, if you will, to, you know, Lowe's cows, you know, in Cognito, you know. It's what a tuma. Did you see my manly chest? Oh, it was the phone ringing. Yeah. I hate landlines. We still have one. I'm starting to wonder more and more why. Um, because 99% of the phone calls we get are like spam calls or just shit. I mean, very few people. I mean, some people do a couple insurance calls and doctors. But no exploding diapers. Yeah, I just thought, I mean, if we just, and I know, Bozo, safety fucking first, right? Safety first with no exploding diapers. But these diapers are better than bubble wrap. Absolutely, I think bubble wrap. Sure, it's fun. You get the popping noise, but I think bubble wrap is overrated. And comes in a distant second place to use diapers for both. Well, for every reason that's worth it. And great for feedback. That's why I love my side chat, because my side chat makes about as much sense as I do. course, at least probably they're paying attention while the person doing this shit, me, is quite literally, most likely not. But anyway, we're having some fun here. What time did I come on? Like 7 o'clock or some shit? How long have I been doing this, Bozo? I actually forgot what time. How long have I been fucking off this time? Because, the brownies, I gotta tell you right now, I am fucking highly, I love fucking, like, I don't know if you can tell, right? Yeah, I got no marks on my glass. I am high as shit right now, I gotta tell you. I mean, sure, like, over 3 hours. Oh my god! I'm over 3 hours. And I've still got Bozo in the side chat. He must have nothing to do right now. He's actually doing something. But anyway, yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for Vaughn. Because I'm gonna get going in a minute. I know I said it a minute ago, but I want to do more videos, like talking to people, having discussions. I mean, literally about anything, right? If somebody wants to bring, as long as it's not like proselytizing here and try to, bring me to Jesus or some shit or try to prove God or something, but music or whatever. I don't give a fuck. If you want to like have that conversation, I mean, like me and Christina are actually, we're gonna be trying to schedule another one. We really like that conversation. We got some good feedback from it, but Obama getting there. But yeah, it just you get asked a lot about Von Helton and stuff. So I just figured with all this weird shit going on and the fact that Von's going after people that communicate with atheists because nobody wants to talk to him, and because first of all nobody wants to listen to Von because he's full of shit for most of his stuff, because whatever he talks about, no matter if it's even an interesting even if it's an interesting content, as crazy as it is, right? He could turn like science fiction or conspiracy thing into pure fucking hate, right? Um, Quicker than most people I've seen, because um, that's just how he fucking thinks. And anyway, I'm pretty much I'm pretty well done here. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. Remember, now, like I said, some people it's too hard. Like, see, if I was to say, if you know, if somebody was to ask Vaughn, right, I think it would be literally impossible for Vaughn to have a great day, right? I think at best, I think Vaughn is only the type of person who can have a mediocre or day. Seriously, right? Unless something catastrophic happens that he can show. I think most days Vaughn is just, angry, sour puss. So for somebody to like come up to Vaughn and wish Vaughn and so on, hey, have a good day, right? I think that'd be too much pressure on somebody like Vaughn. I really do. And some people it is actually a fucking chore to have a good day, right? Even attempt to have a good day, because literally they're just pissed off people. They're angry at everything. They're angry at their life. They're angry at other people's success or perceived success. So, the idea of them having a good day is just not going to happen. Their idea of a good day is watching other people have bad days, right? Because it makes them feel better about themselves. But people like that, you say, you know what? No pressure, none whatsoever. You have the kind of day that you make for yourself. With that being said, we here at Grampy Lobster Ministries Studios, Secular Lobster Ministries, Clam Shack, Chili House, House of Reprobation, Land of Lulls, Carl, Snaggletooth, Cat, Sloth, all the gang. Well, thanks for watching. And remember, uh, I am not a role model, so please don't, yeah, don't follow my lead. And other than that, y'all have a good day. If you can, no pressure.